Haitian Productions does it again with Independence Football Classic 2023's Jamaica versus Trinidad, Sunday, August 13 at Anson Sports Complex in Miramar, 10801 Miramar Boulevard. Gates open at 4 o'clock. Early bird tickets $10 on event rights, 20 at the gate. VIP, 100 plus, all inclusive. 2 games back to back, 6 and 8 p.m. Back to school giveaway by Sunday Morning Kickers. Come see Tapa Whitmore and friends from the 90th Reggae Boyz team on deck. Music provided by Sting Movements, Agent Movement, Royal Sound. Sponsored by Commissioner Yvette Goulburn, City Miramar, Agua Plus Alkaline Hydration, Royalty International Insurance Alliance Corporation, Credit Angel Consultants. Haitian Productions does it again with Independence Football Classic 2023's Jamaica versus Trinidad, Sunday, August 13 at Anson Sports Complex in Miramar, 10801 Miramar Boulevard. Gates open at 4 o'clock. Early bird tickets $10 on event rights, 20 at the gate. VIP, 100 plus, all inclusive. 2 games back to back, 6 and 8 p.m. Back to school giveaway by Sunday Morning Kickers. Come see Tapa Whitmore and friends from the 90th Reggae Boyz team on deck. Music provided by Sting Movements, Agent Movement, Royal Sound. Sponsored by Commissioner Yvette Goulburn, City Miramar, Agua Plus Alkaline Hydration, Royalty International Insurance Alliance Corporation, Credit Angel Consultants.
Hi, I'm Marla Setman, Reggae Girlz top midfielder. Oh, let me start over again. All right. Hi, I'm Marla Setman, Reggae Girlz top midfielder, and you're here on Ryan FC and Elite Sports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to keep up all to date with Reggae Girlz and Reggae Boyz top news.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girlz top striker, and you are watching Ryan LFC YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, and there's them here. This is Boom Boom, aka World Boom, the Billboard selector, and I represent for Ryan LFC. To get the latest Reggae Boyz content, just hit that like and subscribe button. And the Operation Ball Game, I say it, knock it, Ryan.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. People. Welcome back to the show. My name is Ryan LFC. I told you guys. I told you. The truth must come to the light. What me tell you now? All the time. Every day I talk to viewers. But me tell you say, sometime we have to be patient. Remember I told you guys, this Reggae Girlz saga, it just start to continue. It's more behind the story of all these things has been transpired with this Reggae Girlz team. People, the JFF in the hot seat again. Me, I tell you no, people of Jamaica. So, all of the people them down in the comment section, make sure you say when you like the video. Where the people them there? I'm telling the people, jaw for the belt buckle. I want you to do. Here come the people of Jamaica, man. Anytime, tell me, Tell me, yeah? Tell me, I think a joke me I make. Tell me, Don't tell me, people of Jamaica. Come like, when you not here, Tell me, Truth must come. Tell me, people. Anytime we jaw for the leather belt, I whoop it cross, I drop the leather belt cross, man, them back, I'm telling you, people say, this Reggae Girlz story, Dennis Chung, come from man at the bed, cheek yard, man. You need to come out from man and eat the bed. I told you, people. Anytime we see we draw for the leather belt in a way, we whip it out so. You might ever soak it in the water. Real leather, real leather, Water can't mash it up, but she just put it in there, For soak it, For wrap it across your back, Telling you, people say, no joke thing, people. So, telling you already, when we get out the leather belt, it's no joke thing. Come from man and eat the bed, Mr. Chung, cheek yard, man. Telling you, people. People. Anyway, people, all of the people that want to watch the show right now, all of the people that want to watch the show right now, just send it to Mr. Dennis Chung. Alright? Send it to him. So we're giving him some time. And the people that want to watch back on the replay, make sure so you smash the like button. And also the people them down in the comment section, stop what you're doing right now and hit that like button. Alright? People, we just will get started into the show. And by the way, I want to big up to the PR. You know what I mean? Big up to special unit there. You understand them go? All out to bring the content to Ryan LFC. Look at most of the people. No show do tonight, you know. I was taking a night off, people. But, boy, I'm telling the people. All right. So, people, what we are talking about? See? So, we've been talking about the GoFundMe and things. So, we're not talking about no pressure, you know. Pressure is not on the girls, them. The World Cup done. Everything is done. Ryan, be careful of the information you put out. Mine. No, man, we not have to be careful, man. Anything we are discuss. You see it? So, just be careful. Me not be careful. Me not want me to be careful. Me not nothing for careful, man. We not make up no lie for nobody. Things are out there already, you know, the people them can go search for themselves for them. So, I turn on, I hook up the Bluetooth, the people. I hook up the Bluetooth on the... I hook up the Bluetooth to the laptop and thing. Alright? So, give me a minute, people. We'll hook up the thing there. I will get into the meat of the matter of the show, people. Because we don't know we do a thing in the people. We know the joke thing in the people. But Bluetooth connect right through the computer, the microphone. People, smash the like button in the meantime, no, man. I only add it to the show, people. Smash up the like button, man. While they like the video, the more people come into the show, the people. So stop what you're doing right now if you haven't liked the video, people. Just press a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Yeah? Just subscribe if you're new. Alright? So people, hook up the Bluetooth, the computer, let's put it on because you guys. Talk to my people. Tell me if only hear it. Talk to my people. Tell me if you don't hear nothing. Talk to me, no people, if you don't hear nothing. Talk to me. No. Stammer, good evening. Welcome to the show, Stammer.
Yes, Charlie, big up yourself for more prosperity and upliftment and empowerment. Is it? Yeah, man. Go and do the good work, man, and stay firm and positive same here. And the truth has no fear, bro.
Yeah.
Know that, yeah.
So here what I do. We're gonna play the audio and you can call back afterwards, alright? We're gonna start take some call. We're getting to the show. We're start up the show the right way. We're give the people them the information and things. See? Yeah, man. People stomach call in from early. So alright. Once stomach call in, you know, so everything clear. Alright, people. First and foremost, we have the leather belt. See? And every now and then, we're going to draw for the leather belt. And we're going to deal with cheek yard, man. You get me, I say? So, we're going to put on the leather belt and we're going to get into it and educate the people. Them. So, all right. So, first and foremost, people, the GoFundMe. See? The parents that set up the GoFundMe, right? The parents that set up the GoFundMe. I want you guys to listen to me carefully. All right? She come and she speak about how disrespect and how she feel after reaching out to Mr. Dennis Chung, right? And the backlash where she get trying to help the Jamaican Football Federation, right? And people, and this is why I tell the people them say, think before you jump and think. Because me know exactly, you know. When you see me I beat the belt, you know. No mercy for them, you know, people. No mercy at all we not for them. So you what me know, people. Alright, here we are. Let's listen to this audio and then we give a commentary. But before me play the audio, so this is the parents who come and clear the ear and also begging Mr. Dennis Chung to be, she and Mr. Dennis Chung sit down round the table and discuss about this GoFundMe. She want to say something, but she want Mr. Dennis Chung to be on the same interview. You know what I love about that? I love that. I love that. Dennis Chung now come. He will not do an interview with that lady sitting around the same table and address the issue and address the problem with this GoFundMe. People, we're going to hear something what we have been saying from a long time. And JFF make it look like, so, oh, we all know, say the JFF now do nothing. Not one thing them do. Yeah? All them do are go around and cause chaos. Yeah, man. Some bad mind the JFF, you know. All right, people. When you listen to this, people. All right? I'm not going to hear this. And more of the people them call in when they show when we don't play the audio. Yeah. See? When you listen to this, people. Turn up the Bluetooth. People, when you hear it, let me know if you don't hear it. The interview was 30-minute interview. Listen to this, people.
That was set up by the mother of Reggae Girl Havana Salon, I beg your pardon. No, there are concerns about the way in which the use of the funds has been reported on. There's been concerns expressed by the JFF and others that the suggestion, well, more than the suggestion, that the narrative now in the international media is that a GoFundMe account was set up to send the Reggae Girls to the World Cup. And they're saying that's absolutely not the case. Well, earlier this afternoon, I spoke to Sandra Phillips, the creator of the Reggae Girlz GoFundMe account. First of all, how do you feel about how the Reggae Girls did? Oh, I mean, I don't think...
Sandra Phillips, let me say, before you get into the speaking, I want to thank you for what he has done for the Reggae Girls. And don't let no one try to bully you. Stay strong. We, the righteousness and the real people in Jamaica, appreciate what he has done with this GoFundMe. We love you. Continue to do your work. You have your child playing for this team. And do not make nobody feel like you do something wrong. You don't do anything wrong. Not one foot you put wrong. So just let that clear. Ryan LFC is here to support you. Right? We are here to support you. We are here not to tear you down. Like you said it in the same interview. But people, let's listen to the truth about the GoFundMe. Let's listen to it, people. Yes, man. I love this, man. I love this. But people, let's listen to it because I am not going to stop it again. I'm going to make it clear right through. But I want to big up the parents.
I think anybody can say anything other than exhilaration. I mean, I think it's just been an amazing historic journey that to be part of and to be a Jamaican and any country is, there are no words really. It's exceptional what they've done. Yes, and there's certainly a lot of pride back home and indeed in across the diaspora as well. An integral part of this story, their story, has turned out to be this idea of a GoFundMe that was helped to that has been said to help them along their journey. And I understand that, just for clarity, that you were the person who set up the GoFundMe. Is that correct? That is correct. Can you tell us about the circumstances under which you set it up? Havana, my daughter, played in 2019 World Cup, and that was kind of a indication of, it was their
listen, people, listen.
Things were disorganized. They were learning as they were going. But I felt that given time, I could help to have what I call a safety net for these girls, to have access to funds if need be. Because situations occurred during the 2019 that left these girls in fairly stressful situations. So I thought, okay, what can I do as a parent? So I decided maybe I can try GoFundMe that would have these funds available for these girls. I wanted the girls to have control of the money, so they weren't depending on any other organizations in case they needed help. That was the initiative behind the GoFundMe. And it was set up when? April of this year. Was it with
no, let me rephrase that. Was there any kind of conversation or discussion that took place with the Jamaica Football Federation around?
I have an email from Dennis Chung. It was May 11th, I have the email where I said, I'm working with a friend of mine in Jamaica, Rachel Henriquez, and she was my kind of voice in Jamaica because she, obviously lives there. And so the trail of emails go through her, and it was telling the JFF that we were starting a GoFundMe to help with expenses for the girls' journey to the World Cup. And his response to me was, we support your initiative. However, we need these questions answered. And I responded to that email, and I've never heard back from him. So therefore, he was aware of the GoFundMe. I have it saying he approved our initiative. He asked questions. I responded via email to those questions, and that was the last of our communication.
Can you tell us what were the questions?
He was asking me how the monies were going to be spent, where were the funds going to be used, and how are the funds going to be dispersed. Because I think at the initial time, to be honest, that he thought that I was going to raise the money and give it to the JFF. When I answered those questions and I said, like I said to you initially, I feel I am a safety net. I want the girls to have access to funds without having to depend on any organization. So I am guessing when I answered honestly how I plan to disperse the funds, I never got a response from him, which means no response was obviously he no longer wanted to communicate with me.
And how was it that you said you would be dispersing the funds?
I'm very aware that a lot of the staff members are on contract. I also am aware that some of the girls aren't playing for teams. Some of the girls don't have income coming in. So I said to him that, if need be, if money was needed for travel, I could possibly help with that.
You're listening there to Sandra Phillips, creator of the Reggae Girlz GoFundMe account. She's talking to me about why she set up the account, what happened with it. We're going to be continuing that interview after the break. Remember, you can WhatsApp us. It's 5535908. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Beyond the Headlines. I'm Dion Jackson. So earlier today, the Jamaica Football Federation on its Twitter page put up a post thanking 19 sponsors that they said played, quote, a pivotal role in our Reggae Girlz historic World Cup run and also helping the Reggae Boyz on their Gold Cup semi-finals journey. And conspicuously missing from the list is Sandra Phillips, who had set up a GoFundMe account to help the team. So you're listening to an interview I did with her earlier this afternoon, asking her about the account and what has happened to the funds in it. So let's pick up now where she had said before the break that Dennis Chung of the Jamaica Football Federation had asked her some questions about what she intended to do with the GoFundMe account.
So I said to him that, if need be, if money was needed for travel, I could possibly help with that. But my goal was to compensate staff and players for their time in the World Cup.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
So basically, for instance, when these girls travel, you use Uber, taxis, you pay for baggage, you pay for food for the day. They have expenses that they're incurring along the way, personal expenses. They're not on salary. So this money comes out of their own pockets to pay for this. So I'm like, why should the girls or the staff have to pay for things when they're now traveling to represent their country? So the funding, as we progressed, they arrived on
Stammer, call when the show done. When after man, Stammer man.
July 1st in Amsterdam. So these girls have been traveling for 6 weeks. So therefore, they're not on a contract, I don't believe, to the JFF. The JFF on July 11th, they arrived in Amsterdam on July 1st. And on July 11th, they received a per diem of $550. That is all they've received for 6 weeks.
$550 US?
Yes.
And that's for the entire 6 weeks, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And the last time I checked, your GoFundMe had raised just over 76,000.
Correct.
Out of a total of 1,000 target, I should say, of 100,000. Can you tell us how much of that has been dispersed and how?
Yeah, and it's all on the website. Everything is very detailed on the website. And as of now, on July 31st, a total of $51,922 had been dispersed. And it was dispersed to the girls and to some of the staff members.
And that was over what period of time?
The first allocation I gave was on July 10th, where I dispersed $500 to each player because I was made aware that some of the players did not have any money on them. So I dispersed $500 to each player. And then I also discussed with some of the staff that they also are not on contract. So I dispersed funds to them. I don't have that date, the exact date I dispersed to them. And then on July 31st, at that point, I dispersed the remainder of the funding because the funding kind of slowed down after that. On July 31st, I dispersed $1,333 to each of the players. Since then, we have had continual support coming in. And as of now, roughly, we probably have about $25,000 left to disperse.
Can you tell us why the GoFundMe is still active now that the girls are out of the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm in very close communication with the, these funds have come in, the girls it's been only a day. I spoke to the GoFundMe organizations and asked them that I wanted to close down the GoFundMe and post my last report, and they are in the process of helping me with the last update. And they said to me they did not recommend that I close it down. They recommended that I waited till my last update was posted and then shut it down. So right now I'm in the process of putting together my final report, and they suggested that I did not close it down until that time.
Okay, so do you have money left over at this point that has not yet been dispersed?
Yes, I just told you I have $26,000 that have not been dispersed.
My apologies, you did say that. So what now happens to that 26,000 and whatever else?
That 26,000 there's a group chat amongst the girls, and I have in my mind, I have three options that I would like to do with that money, and I'm giving the girls the power to choose what they want. My first option would be to disperse it amongst the staff and the players. My second option is they are about to go to the Olympics in September, to hold that back so they have a bit of a safety net, because I will not continue the GoFundMe after the last update. I will close down the GoFundMe, but I will offer that 26,000 again as a safety net as they move towards the Olympic trials. Or the third, which would be my preference, I would love to establish some kind of a memorial is a wrong word, but something to honor what the girls have done in Jamaica, an art piece, a statue. I would like to put that $20,000 towards something that would represent the accomplishments of the girls in Jamaica.
Since that initial communication that you spoke to us about between yourself and Mr. Chung, has there been any more contact or communication with the JFF on the GoFundMe?
No, there has been nothing. That the last communication was my response to his email, and I have never heard back anything from him or the JFF.
One of the concerns that has been raised by the JFF as well as some others is that the impression is being given that the GoFundMe was set up to help the girls to get to the World Cup, when in fact there was a process that was in place, money from FIFA, money from the JFF, money from Adidas, money from corporate Jamaica, and that therefore an incorrect narrative has now been spread around the world that the GoFundMe account.
Listen, people, listen.
To the World Cup
like
when that was
people.
So. I'm sure you've heard that.
Absolutely, I've heard that. And again, I can't be made responsible for something that the media has created. If you read my initiative on my GoFundMe, at no point do I say that this money is being raised for transportation or flights or anything. So, I write something, somebody interprets it. I said expenses, and they interpret it as hotel and flights. Like I said initially, my goal was to give the girls some control. The girls these are professional athletes, but yet the control has been taken away from them. And the irony of what I've done is my whole goal was to take away the stress from what happened in 2019, and it's actually created more stress because of the attention that it got. So it's kind of ironic that that's what has happened. But again, I think I would love to be on a show with Mr. Chung, he and I together, to discuss this, because he went on and his interviews are very one-sided, and I would love, that's the way the truth really will emerge, is when two people who are discussing the same issue. The bottom line, Dion, is that we're both on the same page. We want the best for the girls. Why they wouldn't have embraced what I was doing is interesting, and that's okay. But we both want the best for the girls. That was the goal. The JFF and I want the girls to succeed, wanted this to be a stressless journey for them, but yet it didn't quite turn into that. So yeah.
Hopefully, I'd love to actually facilitate that discussion, so maybe we can get that going. But do you think, in hindsight, it was a problem that it was never officially sanctioned by the JFF?
You mean that I wasn't officially, the GoFundMe wasn't officially sanctioned? No, because, I've been very transparent on my website. I've had 1,600 people donate. They read the updates. I have not tried to hide anything or pretend to be something I'm not. I've said I've given these girls the money. I have compensated the girls and the staff. I have been very upfront about that. So I don't think I could have accomplished what I wanted to had I been sanctioned. Because if they sanctioned me, they were going to want me to give them the money. And you saw the letter the girls wrote. These are not issues that I'm creating. These are real issues that are happening. And my only goal was to help these girls have a little easier journey. That was my only goal. And financially, a lot of these girls don't have, some of them are professional athletes, and you have the Bunny Shaws of the world that are making great money. Havana is making good money. But there's a lot of players that aren't. And when you're traveling for 6 weeks, you have expenses. And they shouldn't have to go out of their own pocket to pay for those.
Okay, and I think a lot of people have, and do in fact sympathize with you, especially as a mother of a player, trying to make things easier for the team members. Do you acknowledge, though, that setting up a GoFundMe that uses the name of the team without the official sanction of the JFF is something that could, depending on who does it, be open to abuse?
I'm totally aware of that, but I was willing to take that risk because I thought I did the right thing. I approached JFF. I have it in writing that we support your initiative. What more would I have needed to go forth with it? At no point did they respond and say, we don't approve of this. At no point did I receive another email saying, well, if you are not going through us, we will not support you.
Okay. So that would make a difference if you had got such a communication saying, shut this down, we don't support it, would you in fact have discontinued it?
Great question. I would have continued it.
Okay, why?
Because I know the needs. I'm fully aware of what's happening. Because the JFF is making a statement does not mean that I am going to follow through. Look, the letter the girls wrote shows you the struggles they've had continually over the past 4 years with this organization. I have an opportunity to help these girls. Why would I not do it?
All right, we'll have a bit more of that interview. We're at the break though, so let's take the break. You're listening to an interview I did earlier this afternoon with Sandra Phillips, the founder of the GoFundMe that was set up to assist the Reggae Girlz, and that has proven to be pretty controversial. So the conclusion of that when we come back. Back with you. Let's go to the conclusion of my interview with Sandra Phillips, the founder of the Reggae Girlz GoFundMe account that has created some disquiet in relation to what it was set up for and how it has been handled. Everyone is hoping that this fabulous performance at the World Cup is going to be just the start of even bigger and better things to come. We're likely to see struggles continue. Many small countries have trouble funding teams of this nature. Is it likely that you would see yourself setting up another such account, another GoFundMe?
Again, John, it's an interesting question because, the backlash from this, which was totally unexpected, has been a very interesting journey for me and for my daughter. So to be honest,
listen, people, listen.
I don't have the answer to that question because this has been totally unexpected, the response that I've got. The Reggae Girlz Foundation is a foundation that has been set up and has done amazing things Stella Marley has been above and beyond. She has been their fairy godmother on this journey. So they do have these outlets and these people that are supporting them. The difference between the Reggae Girlz Foundation and Stella Marley is they're official 501s and they have to do certain guidelines. My GoFundMe gave me the power to give the girls the power. And I'm thinking if I was to go forward with another GoFundMe, am I going to get the same backlash from all the other organizations because I'm not a 501? I'm not sure I'm going to go through that again. But I wouldn't say never. It's a possibility I would do it. As of now, I could not say yes or no if I would do another one in regards to the girls.
Is it true that at some point prior to when you started this, when you told us you started dispersing, that you were asked to release some of the funds and you declined and you said no?
That is correct.
Can you tell us what happened there?
Yeah, I don't want to go into that. If Mr. Chung was with me, I would happily go into that. But these are the situations because he came out with an interview, unfortunately targeting my daughter, saying that she said that JFF she falsely accused the JFF. She never did that. But at the same time, I would love, like I said before, you get me on an interview with Mr. Chung and we will answer that question for you. Because that was what upset me with this whole thing is I am doing something good and now you are creating situations that never happened. They did request, I did deny, and I actually would like to discuss that with Mr. Chung. I would love to have that discussion with him, but I'm not willing to have that discussion without him being there because I think it needs to be a two-sided story.
Okay, as I said, we certainly would like to facilitate that, but could you see though that people hearing that would raise eyebrows, that it would raise questions?
Well, no, Dion, I totally understand.
Come on,
why
Dion,
people are
man. Come on,
questioning
Dion, man.
I totally understand their skepticism. And that's the way with the media, because the media presents something and everybody creates their opinion. I understand that process. And that's why I try to be very transparent on the website. That's why I did the updates in the hopes to counter that. And a lot of people are not looking at the updates. They're just reading them, listening to the media, which is where a lot of the problems start to occur. I understand why there's been the backlash. And no matter what we do, there's going to be a backlash. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has their own thought process. So I do understand that. I'm not shocked by it.
Do you regret it?
No, not at all. I would do it all over again, without a question.
Despite the questions, despite the backlash?
Despite the question, because at the end of the day, Dion, my goal was to help the girls, and I accomplished that. Right. And so, no, I would take all the backlash, all the criticisms, and I got some scathing emails. Lots of scathing emails, and I'm like, I have 1,600 donors, and I have 4 people that don't like what I'm doing. The odds are in my favor.
Anything emails from who?
People, they go on the website and they donate $10 so they can communicate with me. And then one guy was saying, according to all the news that FIFA, which I know that of course once you're in a FIFA window, FIFA covers all the expenses. He goes, what are you doing? Are you spending the money yourself? Are you giving the money to the girls to have a good time down in Australia? And I'm like, really? So you can't allow the minority to outweigh the majority. There were 3 or 4 emails that were kind of criticizing what I was doing, and there was 1,500 that were supporting what I was doing.
Okay, so you are listening there to Sandra Phillips, the creator of the Reggae Girlz GoFundMe account. So we do have some emails that we're going through. I'm trying to put them together chronologically so I can get a full picture in terms of exactly what happened, because as you can hear, Mrs. Phillips is saying that she did in fact answer the questions that were asked. Our understanding is that the JFF had been saying they did not get the responses to the questions that they had asked. So I'm looking at the email trail and we'll be coming back to this one. All right. Also, we'll be asking the JFF to respond as well.
Mrs. Jackson, let me tell you something. I have utmost respect for you. All right? You could be my mom. I will keep it clean tonight. But some of your question them, where you ask the lady, my goodness, man. My goodness. All I'm going to say, I hope you have the same energy for Mr. Dennis Chung when him come on the show. That's all I'm saying. That's all me I go say. Now I go out and disrespect, but I hope you have the same energy. Right? Because some of the questions they may ask the lady, it's ridiculous. But I only do anything, and I can't tell you no how to do anything. But the question them, I never really like it. But some people would like it, and this is just my opinion. Yeah? This is just my opinion, and we're not going to war with Mrs. Jackson tonight. Big up yourself, Diane Jackson, and do anything down at Jamaica. Do anything. Do anything. Do anything. But I want to say this before we go on. Miss, don't let them break you. There are a set of crab in the barrel to try to break you and tear you down. You don't do anything wrong. And first and foremost, this is not the first time I GoFundMe for these girls. It's not the first time, it won't be the last, and it won't be the second, and it won't be like it just obvious now, TVJ. TVJ, it just obvious. It just so obvious. But guess what? I only do anything. I only do anything because I don't know. But all the best. I'm going to keep what I'm going to say because if I speak, I'm going to get in trouble. If I speak, people will say I'm attacking people. But guess what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But it's good. But I hope the nit and gritty for clarity, I hope you do that on both sides. That's all I'm asking. But no, people, let's listen to this. Let's yeah, I mean, I tell you, people, 6 weeks, $550. 6 weeks. Honestly, people, me don't know people. Me don't know. 6 weeks, $500. $550. $550. Yeah? And all because the money did not go to the JFF. We are an idiot, we are a fool. And that's why Dennis Chung don't reply back to the lady. Because they know exactly what they do. They ask for the money to help to arrange and stuff. You understand? Like, nobody trusting them to give them their money. People is not fool. This is 2023. You understand? And a full time now, Dennis Chung, Rudolph Speed and the whole of them must left, brother. They must leave, brother. Leave the football, brother. Only a disaster to the football. Only a disaster, Virgin. You understand? And one thing, you know. Anyway, let's get to the phone line. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yes, because myself, yeah, me got some news about Mason Greenwood, you know, some very good news and thing. So me get some information about him career regarding Jamaica's national team. Said the JFF are finalizing some document and he's getting the backative and the support from his movement team. So he's supposed to respond in a matter of time, you know, so that's a good look for Jamaica, you know, because Mason Greenwood is a great player. The combination with Leon Bailey and Michael Antonio and Whisper and Andre Gray, this Jamaica team can be unbeatable and win the Nation League because they have the quality and the type of player to do so.
Okay, fair enough. So, Stammer, you break some news on the show, say Mason Greenwood documents. Where you get that from, Stammer?
I was listening it on the IMAX thing, the IMAX football thing.
Okay. All right, sir.
So Mason Greenwood should play for the national team because England no counting, them not showing that respect and that ratings. and Komaji, like how we that show him, and Jamaica football trying to improve and get better and bigger and stronger. And we like Sasa Mears, Greenwood, we can be a powerhouse in football and beat our team like France, the Croatia, the Spain, the Italy, the Uruguay, and such.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, a top baller, top striker.
All right. Stammer, you know watch the show? You watch the show? Yeah, me tune in and see how we do one long belt like you sell belt. No. Yeah, sell belt now, bro. Yeah, man, me I sell belt, man.
Yeah, boy, the belt long bro like snake.
Yeah, man, drop it cross three card man back, man. Wet it cross him back.
Man, beat them like a spoiled brat.
Alright.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, Sam.
You know, someone going and the chat doing, go to come.
You know, I got you. I don't know where you do, Stammer. What happened?
No, be a part of the chat and thing, but it not allow me to do so.
No, because you need to be a you need to be a subscriber. You subscribe to the show?
A few times.
Yeah, you only can subscribe one time, but you can't subscribe a few times, Stammer.
Oh, me have to subscribe.
Yeah, man, you have to subscribe to the show.
Okay. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, man, you have to subscribe, man.
Okay. I choose the phone.
Oh, you don't know about the phone thing? How you watch it, man?
Sometimes phone and sometimes the TV.
Oh, okay, Stammer. You have to go subscribe, Stammer. You have to subscribe. Yeah, man, if you're going to the chat, alright?
Alright. I meet them like a match level.
Alright, Stammer. Big up yourself, Stammer.
Alright.
Stammer.
Yo.
Yeah, how much?
Yo.
Yeah, how much, Stammer?
No, November, may I come here be 33.
Oh, 33. Okay. Alright, Stammer. Big up yourself, man. Stammer, you want got one of the Reggae Boyz game or the Reggae Girlz?
Sure.
So if me give a ticket, you will go?
Yeah, I will ask, bro.
Alright. So
you mean?
Alright. So when the match time come, I will give you a ticket. Yes, sir?
Yeah.
Alright, big up yourself.
Alright, MG.
Yeah, man.
You can send it to the post office.
No, man, we make people meet you up a stadium, man.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Alright, big up yourself. Stammer. Big up yourself. Alright, people, let's get back to the Reggae Girlz thing. Alright? Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ryan. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, man from Trini again.
Big up yourself.
I know you're talking about a different topic, but I want to just bounce off of some point that Stammer just make in respect to Mason Greenwood. Some of the things we say actually true because I saw some articles with him and he was training, you saw him training in a Reggae Boyz jersey and he looking like it's coming closer and closer for him to get inside the national team. So that's a good look.
Okay.
But the point I want to make there, Ryan, and some people may call after me and may elaborate on this point. Since the advent of Man City youth program that has gotten so good, Chelsea, by extension, are calling these teams because they have very good youth programs in England. The youth program has given England a lot of players like Ramsey, the young guy, this guy Phil Foden and those guys. No, the English system has been using the youth program to select players for England. If you notice, our England team is young. So guess what? The British players who have Jamaican parentage through their parents or their grandparents, look what I mean, who are like in the late 20s, early 30s, they are not going to be considered for England, friend, because he has too much talented youths coming from those programs, Ryan. So here what happening now, these players who were desirous to play for England know that the chances getting slimmer and slimmer, and they have an alternative. And then the Reggae Boyz has becoming more popular and more famous and looking good. So right now, some of these English players, Ryan, they're not even going to try to play for England. They're coming straight and try to get in to play for Jamaica because they are in the diaspora and they are based on the rules or the allowance that FIFA would have given the Jamaican JFF that players who have Jamaican parents, as far as grandparents, can play for Jamaica. They're taking that opportunity. So it's not a matter to say England not giving them a chance. It is hard because these youth programs have produced some very excellent young 18 and 19-year-old English players. And the coach looking at youth. So you see, if you didn't make England when you was 19, 20 right now, and you're 25, it's hard as an English player to make England better.
Okay.
That is the point of the matter. So it's not to say he ain't getting them a looking. The time to make England now very difficult because Man City especially have some very, very talented young English players. Then we don't under 16, under 17, under 18, under 20, league in England, talented English players. Chelsea have a good program, so to Arsenal. So when you combine them three clubs together, you have about 15 young players around 18, 19 that are English that they're looking at already for the national side. So you know what with the players who's late 20s, they go and they are looking. So who want to represent international football? We're looking for alternative. The advantage now is to those players who have Jamaican roots to look at Jamaica. This is reinforcing Jamaica team and Jamaica football. The disadvantage is Iran is that the Jamaican, no disrespect to the JFF, not the JFF, sorry, the Jamaica Premier League, the JPL, but a player who is very talented may find himself extremely difficult to get into Jamaica. If he's good enough, he may need to go outside of Jamaica. A man like Craig Butler saw that coming a long time. You know, his Craig always moves players outside in Europe to play, to get exposure because Craig is a man of foresight. He see that coming. So you see all them people who play in JPL and complaining about they ain't getting picked if they ain't good enough right now. They sorry to say, they can't make Jamaica. They're going to have to look for leagues outside at a higher level because the standard is not good enough to match the standard that is played in the US and by extension the Premier League. You get me? So I hope a lot of people understand that. It's not, and the coach is going to pick the best of the best. And you can't vex with the people in the diaspora who want to try for the team. They have equal rights. If 3 million Jamaicans live outside of Jamaica, Ryan, including me and you, it's 3 million, 306 million, 6 million people, we could pick 25 players from 6 million. So if you're playing in the JPS and you know that you want to desirous of trying to play for Jamaica, my advice to your players is look for a league outside in Europe, not in the US. Because a time will come that even though some of them players who play in a major league can't make the team better.
Okay. Alright.
I'll leave all of that one.
Alright.
Be me virgin. Hold it down.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
People, let's address the elephant in the room. People, we having a sports program, right? We don't back to 12 in topic. A caller I want to talk about a topic, he talk about. We have a sports program. It's the Reggae Girlz podcast. That no mean that we sticking on the Reggae Girlz. Come on, people. Be patient. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Ryan, you know say, may I tell you something? You probably not go rate me if you say this to you, but me not like this style where you put out, you know. We really don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why you not upload more frequently on YouTube, brother? More time I come on YouTube, you know. I'm want something for watch. I'm type in Ryan LFC. I not upload nothing new. Me not understand that, brother.
Brother, every day we give us content, you know how much content they get last week?
Yeah, but once a day, brother, I want something new, refreshing, something you report on, brother. Me can't wait till the live. YouTube boring some of my time, you know.
Yeah, man, but remember, say me working and like say, me do this for a job, you know. Unless you guys ever start pay me, you know, becomes a member, fat it up, you know what I mean, buy merchandise.
We can't do that either way. Can't do that either way, man. We just need more content. But back to the Reggae Girlz now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, feel like what is happening is getting blown out of proportion. Like too much controversy surrounding things. Because somebody I say like, why the other women where represent Jamaica not complaining about Jamaican sports or to the Jamaican government? Why is it only the Reggae Girlz? Because
they are the person who can make changes, bro. These are people who can make changes in the administration. When I mean in the administration, at the level, make people over the world aware of what is going on. That's once they be cheating good, everybody will be cheating good.
Yeah, but does this also affect the other females?
No, it's not affect. They are fighting. They are fighting for the next generation for better.
Yeah, but is it only for the football side of things? What about the track and field? What about the
that a track and field, man? They might for them every sporting body different, you know. This is about Reggae Girlz and the JFF. Every sporting body different.
Oh, so this don't roll over to them then?
No.
Okay. So I guess what's happening now is highlighting because of the football, basically. Football, the JFF not supporting the girls. Is that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay then. Because I wonder because I say me feel like it can go boil over and then it reached to a level where you know it kind of put too much controversy.
No man, this is good, Bridging. Clearly, like you never listen to you listen to the show from the start.
Me I listen to the show, but me never catch the beginning part.
But because who you say I listen to the woman who create the GoFundMe, you know, who I give clarity to the thing, you know.
Right, but what the $550? Somebody said
$550 for 6 weeks. The girls $550.
Each or what? What is that for?
For each.
For 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That was what JFF was giving them.
Yeah.
And then now the person that was talking about the GoFundMe, who was that?
She was the person who the GoFundMe. She's the one who organized the GoFundMe.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but as me said, me just not like the whole controversy thing surrounding.
You're new to the channel, Carl?
Like, no, I'm not new to the channel, Ryan. You don't know that UK number here?
Yeah, but what? So when you start watching the show, when you start watching the show, how long you know you watch the show?
No, we just come in, but say call it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay. So you need for just listen and try to catch up back to get an understanding what is going on.
You look, I'm not going to rewatch the thing. All right. Me read the comments them and see what I go on still.
All right. Big up yourself, brother.
Bless up.
Yeah. Big up to all of the people them in the comment section. All the new people them. Big up. Big up to all of the driver them across the world. Big up to all of the truck driver them in the state. Enough love and respect. Appreciate all of you guys down in the comment section. See? Yeah, man. So, big up to all of the people in the comment section. All right. So, here, since I'm getting a bugger call, let's give back the person a call and then we'll get back into the thing.
Hello, Ryan. How you doing? Are you on the air right now?
Yes, I'm on the air, caller.
Okay. Sultan Ali, son of Prince Buster, Danny Buster. I was calling about the effects of Lauren Donaldson because I'm a KC alumni and everything. And what I think basically what's happening with our team right now, this is like a leadership type thing. The future belongs to us. I think they should regurgitate and bring back Lauren Donaldson for the future Olympics because now we know where we're at basically. And we've attracted all these sponsors and listeners, and everybody see that Jamaica is a viable sports team, because I'm a former football player at Santos under 16 for Jackie Bell back at the days when I was at Kingston College and everything. So the future is all good. We got to get back to the table, sit there, carve out a piece of fraction for some kind of fundings to go to the girls, because the future is ours. Trust me.
Okay. All right. Big up yourself. Yeah. Big up Soji for your donation. No love and respect. Big up Soji for your tender. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Good evening, Carla.
Good evening. Yeah, I just have a comment regarding the Reggae Girlz and the GoFundMe. Chung and all of them were defenders need to speak up. Let's start with, did the JFF know about the GoFund? The answer is yes. Did Dennis Chung personally know about the GoFund? The answer is yes. So if he knows about it and did not tell the lady to cease and desist, then he's in agreement with it. Because remember, it's JFF, what do you call it now? Their brand that is being used. So they know and wanted the money to control, but because they didn't get the money to control, then they start talking all sort of negative thing. Plus, they're not supporting these girls while they're there. So obviously, they needed the money. So they should just be quiet and just let this be. The more they talk, the more they look stupid. Because if these people, if these same girls and their parents have to get money, regardless if FIFA give them money A or B, this should not be. Even if it's $10 they get from the GoFundMe, there's no way that an organization where them professional should let anybody use GoFundMe to do anything relating to their organization. And then when the thing go bad, they try to act like, or when it goes public, it didn't even go bad. They needed the money. So when it go public, then they might act like them are somebody. They're nothing. And they need to be quiet and step aside. If they can't run an organization and get proper funding, then they need to find somebody else who can do it. Stop with this foolishness. And what it is, Ryan, I think, is that them still in this, them coming like Jamaican police. Them don't know the law, and then them abuse people. So what them keeper do each time is that them try to get money to put in us for grease them pocket. And that's all the organization is about. The whole, if you look, we don't know the manifesto, but I can guarantee you, them have a big, beefy staff where they collect money. And until somebody go in and trim the fat, it will continue to happen. So the wheels keep turning on the bus, and them for us be quiet and shut up and don't say nothing.
Carla,
go ahead, Ryan.
Trust me, Bridging. And I said it that they request the money and them they get it. That when elbow loose again with this thing. Brother, all of these things start with the JFF, you know. All of this GoFundMe, you know, start with the JFF, you know. When the girls put out, when the parents put out the GoFundMe, they contact Dennis Chung, and people are asleep. They contact him, and first him said didn't know anything about any GoFundMe. He said it.
But Ryan, even if you don't know nothing about it, and then now him find out. And them brand, you know, them supposed to give the lady a cease and desist, and they did not do that. So the fact that they know about it mean they sanction it. He's a piece of, I was gonna say, you know, I'll be hold it back. He's disingenuous. And he needs to stop. He needs to stop. And him is a snake. Craig Butler did say it in me that say Craig Butler does a chat out of ass. But to be honest, the man is a snake. Him think kind of dirty and shady, and he need to stop. Like, why it not talk from two sides of mouth? And the lyrics said the right thing on the show. If you don't listen to her carefully, she said she not gonna talk behind the back.
Yes, she said she want. That's when I know somebody now hide nothing. Come, and I see him thing me say, you know, when me I talk to them, you know, come on the show. Let us have the discussion. Two sides to the story. Let us sit down and talk. You hear the woman and request sitting down and talk. They will never sit down and talk with her. We can bet you any money.
All right, Ryan, let me tell you something, so I go on, and then may I jump off. Them sign contract with the girl, them said them are going to pay them money. This was prior to FIFA saying that they're gonna give them the prize money. I guarantee you that only money the girl might get are the money were allocated by FIFA, and the wheels keep turning. Them owe the girl them from before now, and them owe them for the World Cup bonus money. And only money the girl might get is the money where FIFA transfer to them, and they not get it until the day it reach the JFF account, and it'll take a few days before him get it. So I think they might get 60,000 each. That's all they might get. When they tell you, what you need for those, right? Put pressure upon them ass. Keep talk about it. One of them, Dennis Chung or whoever, need to come on and tell us how much the girl them get.
And don't have to tell me, because me have my source who are gonna get it to me, Me I know when the girls them get their money, The girls them supposed to get that way FIFA said them bonus, but you see them per diem, how long them spend. Just listen to the woman. $500 for 6 weeks. What $500 can do for 6 weeks?
That ain't never buy a pad early. It's disgusting. Like it's terrible.
And then them have the audacity, and then you have media man come out and media man come out and a different them thing.
And then another thing to run, them are about them pay $3 million for them reach. Then if you pay $3 million for that and couldn't get a practice match, then I think we need to figure out what exactly we spend the $3 million upon. And then when we talk, it's just smoke screen. Oh, we did this, we did that. How much ticket on the pay for? Who the pay for them ticket? Yeah? And it's just kind of it's stupid. What I need for though is if them can't manage a thing, they need to step aside. Them all right. So another thing, Ryan, them outsource this thing to Cintillating's team, right? Then them want to do all of the work. Then whenever anything come in from FIFA, it come directly to them. So you're right. You said something before now. Cintillating kind of have in a catch-22 situation. Our heart is in the right place, but we need to step aside and let these people run them thing, because she not benefit from it. She put fear and money and effort and energy.
All she get from it, Carla, is disrespect from some of the local media. Them. That's all she get. It doesn't make any sense. Disrespect.
It doesn't make. So what one need to happen is, and I don't know how it about. I don't know enough, but what should happen is that they need to give her total control over the girls program. Then them have a memorandum of understanding that when the funds come in from FIFA, it goes directly into some form of trust account that is outside FIFA, and that is the money that is used to run the girls, not FIFA, JFF, that is used to run the girls program, because he's already doing the job. So why not officially let it happen? So them control the boys, because them that for them cash code them not ever give away, and she control the girls.
But we've been saying that long time, Bridging. We've been saying that, but that's how it was, when Captain did it,
No, but you're why them no want that no, Ryan. Is it the more the girl them successful is, so the higher the monkey climb, the more him reveal. The more the girl them climb, and the more money them a see. And then the world now had got this woman movement where the World Cup was very successful. So more money are coming to the system. Them more are going, so them not gonna let that cash go. They think I'm an idiot.
Yeah, and cause chaos, brother. Me telling about 3 card man and the whole of them, brother. Telling you, and people are telling about me negative. The man they need to leave the football, brother. The man they rate the game, brother. And if we see that, we need eyeglass. And I hope Oral Chase run out tomorrow morning for the radio program and talk about these and tackle these issues.
Things we need to ask is the prize money where they might get for 1.6 million, I believe. The JFF will get the money there for themselves. Where is that money gonna be reinvested? Is it gonna be reinvested? The little girl them, what in the primary school them, how them are girls come for them can ever pay for the national team. You see the man where the coach the team before, big belly man from Florida,
Oh, the farmer coach?
Yeah, the farmer coach. Me nah this him
for the girl.
Try to describe.
For
the girls.
I can't remember him
name. Anyhow, that man was a great man, The man identified players in Jamaica, take them out, even the same little one.
I think he's a chief scout for the females team.
the little winger. Him take her out from 10 at Jamaica and put her in an academy of Florida, you know. Jody Brown. So they need to have a proper pipe. It's obvious that Florida is the grassroots and the bed to everything where Jamaican football is concerned for female. And they say that. So what they need to do is have a pipeline for identify the girl early in Jamaica and fish them out of Jamaica into the little prep school in Jamaica, Florida, straight into
Humans, big up yourself.
Humans, him a straight man. Him are the real deal. You see me I say? So they need to bring the man back in the program. And I think he's related to Dennis Chung enough. If I'm not mistaken, he is related to Dennis Chung. So I don't understand what is going on. But I mean, I say if you throw the baby with the hot water, but they need to be more transparent. They need to be and too disingenuous. You can't trust them. Them come like you're right, like 3-card man. You can't trust them. You can't turn your back on them when them say, "Oh, everything is white." When they look, everything black, and then them say, "No, man, you're blind." Too disgusting. But anyway, Ryan, may I leave here now? I go on your show. Yeah, but that's my. All right, big up yourself.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. No respect. Yes, people. But for those who just join into the show, people, the people who just join into the show, people, come on, man, I have over 500, close to 500 of you guys in the chat. Come on, people, hit the like button, people. Come on, hit that like button, people. All right, like up the show, people. But for those who just join in, listen, and then me give you my take on it, because I'm going to rough them up after this break.
That was set up by the mother of Reggae Girl, Havana Salon, I beg your pardon.
Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, boss.
Go ahead, Carla.
Our thiefing speed so silent. Me not even come on platform and make them talking again.
Who?
Speed, thiefing speed. Oh, me not even come on platform and make them more talking.
I don't know, Carla. Yeah, you have to call Speed and ask him that.
Pardon, no, there are concerns about the way.
Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Ryan, the man, the whole of the man in a JFF, from them to get the money, just the money that cause the problem. Just the money that cause the problem in there. If they get the money in their hand, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing because then they just want the money to put in their pocket and that's it. And they don't bother with nothing. They don't care about the girls then because they just want money in their pocket and just kick back and just relax. Because they don't care about the girls then. They not help the girls then. So they just need to clean out of there. That's the thing. They need to clean out, wipe out, and clean up and set up a new fresh. Because then just in there for money. Because at least little thing are just money are them problem. Money are cause them problem in there. So every little thing are just money. Money are just them problem in there. So they need to clean out of this. So clean out and set up as different man them in there. So when you know say I just football them a come work on and then just a come work but you know what some man will come grab for money. We don't want that. Cause we have that the problem there already. So we don't want that. We want where I come work. Cause we see the problem. So we don't want them to something. We want to clean out all of them or something here. So we one election where we run and PNP come win the election and kick out all of them. Yeah, that's been something I want to happen to. So big up yourself, Ryan. We there I watch your show, yeah, man.
Alright, big up yourself, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So people,
cool.
Yeah, man. Big up, bless up yourself, people. Come on, people. Hit the like button, man. People, stop what you're doing right now, people, and smell the like button, man. Just hit that like button, people. Alright? People, just listen to the lady that set up the GoFundMe, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you my commentary.
In which the use of the funds has been reported on. There's been concerns expressed by the JFF and others that the suggestion, well, more than the suggestion, that the narrative now in the international media is that a GoFundMe account was set up to send the Reggae Girlz to the World Cup. And they're saying that's absolutely not the case. Well, earlier this afternoon, I spoke to Sandra Phillips, the creator of the Reggae Girlz GoFundMe account. First of all, how do you feel about how the Reggae Girlz did?
Oh, I mean, I don't think anybody can say anything other than exhilaration. I mean, I think it's just been an amazing historic journey that to be part of and to be a Jamaican and any country is, there are no words really. It's exceptional what they've done.
Yes, and there's certainly a lot of pride back home and indeed in across the diaspora as well. An integral part of this story, their story, has turned out to be this idea of a GoFundMe that was helped to that has been set to help them along their journey. And I understand that, just for clarity, that you were the person who set up the GoFundMe. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Can you tell us about the circumstances under which you set it up?
Havana, my daughter, played in 2019 World Cup, and that was kind of a indication of, it was their first rodeo, so I understood things were disorganized. They were learning as they were going. But I felt that given time, I could help to have what I call a safety net for these girls, to have access to funds if need be. Because situations occurred during the 2019 that left these girls in fairly stressful situations. So I thought, okay, what can I do as a parent? So I decided maybe I can try GoFundMe that would have these funds available for these girls. I wanted the girls to have control of the money, so they weren't depending on any other organizations in case they needed help. That was the initiative behind the GoFundMe.
And it was set up when?
April of this year.
Was it with, no, let me rephrase that. Was there any kind of conversation or discussion that took place with the Jamaica Football Federation around?
I have an email from Dennis Chung. It was May 11th, I have the email where I said, I'm working with a friend of mine in Jamaica, Rachel Henriquez, and she was my kind of voice in Jamaica because she, obviously lives there. And so the trail of emails go through her, and it was telling the JFF that we were starting a GoFundMe to help with expenses for the girls' journey to the World Cup. And his response to me was, we support your initiative. However, we need these questions answered. And I responded to that email, and I've never heard back from him. So therefore, he was aware of the GoFundMe. I have it say he approved our initiative. He asked questions. I responded by email to those questions, and that was the last of our communication.
Can you tell us what were the questions?
He was asking me how the monies were going to be spent, where were the funds going to be used, and how are the funds going to be dispersed. Because I think at the initial time, to be honest, that he thought that I was going to raise the money and give it to the JFF. When I answered those questions and I said, like I said to you initially, I feel I am a safety net. I want the girls to have access to funds without having to depend on any organization. So I am guessing when I answered honestly how I plan to disperse the funds, I never got a response from him, which means no response was obviously he no longer wanted to communicate with me.
And how was it that you said you would be dispersing the funds?
I'm very aware that a lot of the staff members are on contract. I also am aware that some of the girls aren't playing for teams. Some of the girls don't have income coming in. So I said to him that, if need be, if money was needed for travel, I could possibly help with that.
You're listening there to Sandra Phillips, creator of the Reggae Girlz GoFundMe account. She's talking to me about why she set up the account, what happened with it. We're going to be continuing that interview after the break. Remember, you can WhatsApp us. It's 5535908. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Beyond the Headlines. I'm Dion Jackson. So earlier today, the Jamaica Football Federation on its Twitter page put up a post thanking 19 sponsors that they said played, quote, a pivotal role in our Reggae Girlz historic World Cup run and also helping the Reggae Boyz on their Gold Cup semi-finals journey. And conspicuously missing from the list is Sandra Phillips, who had set up a GoFundMe.
Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Oh, Ryan, what going, brother?
I'm live, you know.
You live? Yeah, man. Everything good, man. Everything go on. There list a recap then.
Yeah, all right. Just listen to the full light and then you give a comment. You call back.
Oh, all right, brother. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
GoFundMe account to help the team. So you're listening to an interview I did with her earlier this afternoon, asking her about the account and what has happened to the funds in it. So let's pick up now where she had said before the break that Dennis Chung of the Jamaica Football Federation had asked her some questions about what she intended to do with the GoFundMe account.
So I said to him that, you know, if need be, if money was needed for travel, I could possibly help with that. But my goal was to compensate staff and players for their time in the World Cup.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
So basically, for instance, when these girls travel, you use Uber, taxis, you pay for baggage, you pay for food for the day. They have expenses that they're incurring along the way, personal expenses. They're not on salary. So this money comes out of their own pockets to pay for this. So I'm like, why should the girls or the staff have to pay for things when they're now traveling to represent their country? So the funding, as we progressed, they arrived on July 1st in Amsterdam. So these girls have been traveling for 6 weeks. So therefore, they're not on a contract, I don't believe, the JFF. The JFF on July 11th, they arrived in Amsterdam on July 1st, and on July 11th, they received a per diem of $550. That is all they've received for 6 weeks.
$550 US?
Yes.
And that's for the entire 6 weeks, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And the last time I checked, your GoFundMe had raised just over 76,000.
Correct.
Out of a total of a target, I should say, of 100,000. Can you tell us how much of that has been dispersed and how?
Yeah, and it's all on the website. Everything is very detailed on the website. And as of now, on July 31st, a total of $51,922 had been dispersed. And it was dispersed to the girls and to some of the staff members.
And that was over what period of time?
The first allocation I gave was on July 10th, where I dispersed $500 to each player because I was made aware that some of the players did not have any money on them. So I dispersed $500 to each player. And then I also discussed with some of the staff that they also are not on contract. So I dispersed funds to them. I don't have that date, the exact date I dispersed to them. And then on July 31st, at that point, I dispersed the remainder of the funding because the funding kind of slowed down after that. On July 31st, I dispersed $1,333 to each of the players. Since then, we have had continual support coming in. And as of now, roughly, we probably have about $25,000 left to disperse.
Can you tell us why the GoFundMe is still active now that the girls are out of the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm in very close communication with these funds have come in. The girls it's been only a day. I spoke to the GoFundMe organizations and asked them that I wanted to close down the GoFundMe and post my last report. And they are in the process of helping me with the last update, and they said to me they did not recommend that I close it down. They recommended that I waited till my last update was posted and then shut it down. So right now I'm in the process of putting together my final report, and they suggested that I did not close it down until that time.
Okay, so do you have money left over at this point that has not yet been dispersed?
Yes, I just told you I have $26,000 that have not been dispersed.
My apologies, you did say that. So what now happens to that 26,000 and whatever else?
That 26,000 there's a group chat amongst the girls, and I have in my mind, I have three options that I would like to do with that money, and I'm giving the girls the power to choose what they want. My first option would be to disperse it amongst the staff and the players. My second option is they are about to go to the Olympics in September, to hold that back so they have a bit of a safety net, and I will not continue the GoFundMe after the last update. I will close down the GoFundMe, but I will offer that 26,000 again as a safety net as they move towards the Olympic trials. Or the third, which would be my preference, I would love to establish some kind of a memorial is a wrong word, but something to honor what the girls have done in Jamaica, an art piece, a statue. I would like to put that $20,000 towards something that would represent the accomplishments of the girls in Jamaica.
Since that initial communication that you spoke to us about between yourself and Mr. Chung, has there been any more contact or communication with the JFF on the GoFundMe?
No, there has been nothing. That the last communication was my response to his email, and I have never heard back anything from him or the JFF.
One of the concerns that has been raised by the JFF as well as some others is that the impression is being given that the GoFundMe was set up to help the girls to get to the World Cup, when in fact there was a process that was in place, money from FIFA, money from the JFF, money from Adidas, money from corporate Jamaica, and that therefore an incorrect narrative has now been spread around the world that the GoFundMe account sent the girls to the World Cup when that was not so. I'm sure you've heard that.
Absolutely, I've heard that. And again, I can't be made responsible for something that the media has created. If you read my initiative on my GoFundMe, at no point do I say that this money is being raised for transportation or flights or anything. So, I write something, somebody interprets it. I said expenses, and they interpret it as hotel and flights. Like I said initially, my goal was to give the girls some control. The girls really, these are professional athletes, but yet the control has been taken away from them. And the irony of what I've done is my whole goal was to take away the stress from what happened in 2019, and it's actually created more stress because of the attention that it got. So it's kind of ironic that that's what has happened. But again, I think I would love to be on a show with Mr. Chung, he and I together, to discuss this, because he went on and his interviews are very one-sided, and I would love, that's the way the truth really will emerge, is when two people who are discussing the same issue. The bottom line, Dion, is that we're both on the same page. We want the best for the girls. Why they wouldn't have embraced what I was doing is interesting, and that's okay. But we both want the best for the girls. That was the goal. The JFF and I want the girls to succeed, wanted this to be a stressless journey for them, but yet it didn't quite turn into that. So yeah,
hopefully I'd love to actually facilitate that discussion, so maybe we can get that going. But do you think in hindsight it was a problem that it was never officially sanctioned by the JFF?
You mean that I wasn't officially, the GoFundMe wasn't officially sanctioned? No, because I've been very transparent on my website. I've had 1,600 people donate. They read the updates. I have not tried to hide anything or pretend to be something I'm not. I've said I've given these girls the money. I have compensated the girls and the staff. I have been very upfront about that. So I don't think I could have accomplished what I wanted to had I been sanctioned. Because if they sanctioned me, they were going to want me to give them the money. And you saw the letter the girls wrote. These are not issues that I'm creating. These are real issues that are happening. And my only goal was to help these girls have a little easier journey. That was my only goal. And financially, a lot of these girls don't have, some of them are professional athletes, and you have the Bunny Shaws of the world that are making great money. Havana is making good money. But there's a lot of players that aren't. And when you're traveling for 6 weeks, you have expenses. And they shouldn't have to go out of their own pocket to pay for those.
Okay, and I think a lot of people have, and do in fact sympathize with you, especially as a mother of a player, trying to make things easier for the team members. Do you acknowledge, though, that setting up a GoFundMe that uses the name of the team without the official sanction of the JFF is something that could, depending on who does it, be open to abuse?
I'm totally aware of that, but I was willing to take that risk because I thought I did the right thing. I approached JFF. I have it in writing that we support your initiative. What more would I have needed to go forth with it? At no point did they respond and say, we don't approve of this. At no point did I receive another email saying, well, if you are not going through us, we will not support you.
Okay. So that would be the difference if you had got such a communication saying, shut this down, we don't support it, would you in fact have discontinued it?
Great question. I would have continued it.
Okay, why?
Because I know the needs. I'm fully aware of what's happening. Because the JFF is making a statement does not mean that I am going to follow through. Look, the letter the girls wrote shows you the struggles they've had continually over the past 4 years with this organization. I have an opportunity to help these girls. Why would I not do it?
All right, we'll have a bit more of that interview. We're at the break though, so let's take the break. You're listening to an interview I did earlier this afternoon with Sandra Phillips, the founder of the GoFundMe that was set up to assist the Reggae Girls, and that has proven to be pretty controversial. So the conclusion of that when we come back. Back with you. Let's go to the conclusion of my interview with Sandra Phillips,
like founder listen carefully. Listen carefully.
Reggae Girlz GoFundMe account that has created some disquiet in relation to what it was set up for and how it has been handled. Everyone is hoping that this fabulous performance at the World Cup is going to be just the start of even bigger and better things to come. We're likely to see struggles continue. Many small countries have trouble funding teams of this nature. Is it likely that you would see yourself setting up another such account, another GoFundMe?
You know, again, John, it's an interesting question because, you know, the backlash from this, which was totally unexpected, has been a very interesting journey for me and for my daughter. So to be honest, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that question because this has been totally unexpected, the response that I've gotten. You know, the Reggae Girlz Foundation is a foundation that has been set up and has done amazing things. Cindilla Marley has been above and beyond. She has been their fairy godmother on this journey. So they do have these outlets and these people that are supporting them. The difference between the Reggae Girlz Foundation and Cindilla Marley is they're official 501s and they have to do certain guidelines. My GoFundMe gave me the power to give the girls the power. And I'm thinking if I was to go forward with another GoFundMe, am I going to get the same backlash from all the other organizations because I'm not a 501? I'm not sure I'm going to go through that again. But I wouldn't say never. It's a possibility I would do it. As of now, I could not say yes or no if I would do another one in regards to the girls.
Is it true that at some point prior to when you started this, when you told us you started dispersing, that you were asked to release some of the funds and you declined and you said no?
That is correct.
Can you tell us what happened there?
Yeah, I don't want to go into that. If Mr. Chung was with me, I would happily go into that. But these are the situations because he came out with an interview, unfortunately targeting my daughter, saying that she said that JFF she falsely accused the JFF. She never did that. But at the same time, I would love, like I said before, you get me on an interview with Mr. Chung and we will answer that question for you. Because that was what upset me with this whole thing is I am doing something good and now you are creating situations that never happened. They did request, I did deny, and I actually would like to discuss that with Mr. Chung. I would love to have that discussion with him, but I'm not willing to have that discussion without him being there because I think it needs to be a two-sided story.
Okay, as I said, we certainly would like to facilitate that. But could you see though that people hearing that would raise eyebrows, that it would raise questions?
Well, no, Diane, I totally understand why people are questioning the GoFundMe. I totally understand their skepticism. And that's the way with the media, because the media presents something and everybody creates their opinion. I understand that process. And that's why I try to be very transparent on the website. That's why I did the updates in the hopes to counter that. And a lot of people are not looking at the updates. They're just reading them, listening to the media, which is where a lot of the problems start to occur. I understand why there's been the backlash. And no matter what you do, there's going to be a backlash. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has their own thought process. So I do understand that. I'm not shocked by it.
Do you regret it?
No, not at all. I would do it all over again. Without a question.
Despite the questions, despite the backlash.
Despite the question, because at the end of the day, Dion, my goal was to help the girl, and I accomplished that. And so, no, I would take all the backlash, all the criticisms, and I got some scathing emails. Lots of scathing emails, and I'm like, I have 1,600 donors, and I have 4 people that don't like what I'm doing. The odds are in my favor.
Scathing emails from who?
People, they go on the website and they donate $10 so they can communicate with me. And then one guy was saying, according to all the news that FIFA, which I know that of course, once you're in a FIFA window, FIFA covers all the expenses. He goes, what are you doing? Are you spending the money yourself? Are you giving the money to the girls to have a good time down in Australia? And I'm like, really? So you can't allow the minority to outweigh the majority. There were 3 or 4 emails that were kind of criticizing what I was doing, and there was 1,500 that were supporting what I was doing.
All right, people, that's the interview. But the phone has been burning off. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show. Big up to all my channel member. Them really do appreciate it. It's mean a lot. People, don't forget to become a member. Rico Dan, become a member, man. Take your note in your pocket, Rico Dan, man. Become a member of the show. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Big up Ryan, man. You know what's your bird name is Stammer, man. I jam, man. The man is fretting, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. It's a good gem that you find, man.
Yeah.
But what do you want to do, Ryan? That's true. I see Chelsea release them squad number for the season, but I don't see my boy the panic whispers. So I wonder if I go on loan like a Strasbourg.
When I'm 18, he will be at Chelsea. That's in November.
Oh, him not officially reach yet?
No, Carla.
Okay. Cause I wonder, man. Cause I want to make sure everything. Alright, man. That me do want to ask you still, huh?
Alright, big up yourself, Carla.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but people, if the GoFundMe have all the right. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
The GoFundMe. A very good evening, Ryan.
How are you, judges, man? Big up yourself, brother.
See everybody are putting them comments as well. Blessing. But it comes down to, by the way, you alright, Ryan?
Yeah, man.
Alright, now go ahead now. So hear this. I'm glad you replay it because I miss out on the first part. So Rico Dan I said going on, me get to hear it now because I never hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So it put me in a good state now if you have some context. So here what? We just talked to a mini national hero.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small one, no one we put for money. Is a little national hero. The lady stand by her conviction. Because I want to know, you see, we don't understand, and that's why we need to have them discussion. Because Jamaica people don't really that,
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if we look between lines, Mm-hmm. We just know if we take where a man choke you, because that we know if we don't know. Because all we do right now, I do the licky, the bad mind, and the scamming.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do no love. We don't do no empathy. We don't do no understanding. We don't do no village. We not do no care. We not do no concern. We not do them thing there again. So anything them throat, somebody could bone them throat to jump on it and re-rare, lulali. They say there's some man in the comment section where you can see them man, they are agent for the system. Run off them low and think people are idiot. Listen, how you for send the woman them 10, 12,000 miles across the world? You hear the woman say? Some of them no really have it like that, you know. We don't want to call the name, but everybody have it. So we expect so now. After JFF met them get stuck in a airport after I left people, fear crisis. I follow them. But them not supposed to have a little, say, a safety net. So the girls them cannot travel and know, say, if them even want to pick up a little thing in an infant. I mean, them are represent the country. What we are talking about? What we are talking about? All right. Let's say we never have the GoFundMe, you know. So the girls, them are going to there, and we want to know how comfortable them would be with 500 US while them they're supposed to represent at the highest level. You see the importance of them having that little piece of my money. A ball them are going to pay for you know. But them feel afraid. Boy, we can't eat not this morning because remember, you know, Reggae Boyz get out. Them own a chef. So you must know so them girls eat the hotel food with them can't
no, man, let's put a little clarity on that. I know they get a chef, right? They have a chef at the hotel.
All right, talk to me.
But he cannot cook at the hotel because FIFA pay for everything. They pay for the hotel and the food and everything.
Okay.
So
good.
They have their chef. But last World Cup,
okay,
last World Cup them get a chef late because going into the tournament they didn't have a chef. But this time around, JFF
I see that man there too, you know, on another program I talk about when coming at. But anyway, current time.
Yeah.
So in other words, we just like the hype. Because I mean see the narrative, you know, but you see me, you know, as me tell you all where me a old man, you know. But been there, you know, I will if I moon me see rise and go down and sun, you know. So me know one of them little idiot the way just throw something and me buy that and swallow that. And me notice the man called Dennis Chung. Very specific about him words, you know, because I watch him good too, you know. And, you know, let me tell you how you look through them now. You know, like how FBI watch them, man, it's what they don't say. You need to look out for, not what they say. And that's why I tell you, so Jamaica people turn really idiot. Because we don't know how to pick sense out of nonsense again. We just want to see a hype and then we jump on it. Come back to when we say again, burn it in an emotional moment and say, we have to go GoFundMe to come. It don't mean say it a pay everything. But it a give them a peace of mind.
Yeah. For 6 weeks, you know. For 6 weeks, you know, $500, you know. Big up. Yeah, 6 weeks, $500. What $500 US can no better? $550 for 6 weeks. In Australia.
In Australia.
Yeah.
It's not even like them there in New York, you know, where you know, say we have a lot of links and your family dead there and you have a rent, a bread, you know, and the man them there Australia. And you know the funny thing that makes some connection, you know, because me watch a program where I tell you say some people from Australia are come together to come greet the girls them, but that 1,000 people in a country where is vast like a continent. I mean them just out of place. You know, and them have no peace of mind. But them go play a match and think about the match. If them can afford the day today. It doesn't make no sense. I want to see people can make the connection. The JFF never give them 100%. And guess what? It's not even no this is happening. You know? So remember these girls who did it from 2019, them have a bad experience of come back in them head every single time about them journey. So Dion Jackson Miller can do what she want, you know, because she deal with woman like the Spanish Inquisition, you know. I like she have the woman on a stand like say she a crown counsel or something. All them things that piss me off, you know, brother. We know say them Pharisees there. Because what? 2 year oral the program you and them discuss. So you go come defend it now with your narrative. But guess what? Me a old man, me been there, me seen it many a time, and them now go around a man like me. And guess what? Me get a forum to make other people can open their mind and they say it. So when me done chat them go to them bed and think about that and think about it different. Don't come take the narrative from the people. Look into where the girls them are feeling and how them are represent. Everybody, we're proud of the girls. We're proud of the girls. Proud of them are for what, brother? Proud of them are for what, brother? Proud of them are for what? So I might think that's in the right.
Big up yourself, my brother. Go and relax your brain, yeah? Take a next caller.
Respect, brother.
All right. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good night, Ryan. Ryan Sports El Clasico. Go on.
What's up? Who is this? I'm speaking to.
It's Chris, man. I think you know Christopher Reed.
Christopher Reed.
You know what I mean? I comment, but I don't think you remember because.
You mean a member? You always a donate, brother. What you mean by me not a member? You? Christopher Reed.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. Christopher Reed. Now you're the one who always are sending super chat.
Okay.
Christopher Reed. Now you're the one who always are sending super chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You remember me then, man?
No,
you remember good, man.
I have my book writer, so I have my blackboard writer, so when I write down the people them always that donate.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, brother. Thanks for the donation as always.
Okay,
yeah.
got you.
Special big up for you, brother.
Yeah,
no
man,
respect,
man.
Mean a lot to me. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Virgin. No respect, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Trust me, you help me out here because like I say, I rode me a bun up in them with the chucking to me, you know?
Yeah, truck driver. That make it even worse, brother, man. Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
Big up, brother. No respect, man. Where they in New York?
Yeah, take care of your show, you know?
New York, you in, right? America.
Me there, Virginia right now, you know?
Okay. Yeah, man. So, big up yourself, brother.
Yeah, man.
Enough love and respect
Just
for
left
the
Charleston, Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, man. But talk to me, I know, man.
Yeah, man. Now, me I tell us, I may be wrong, but I think I'm right. That lady, Dion Jackson, I think she's an ex-lawyer, you know, so you have to be careful with her. She know how to set up her question them. You know, she can't change the narrative.
Oh.
She can't change the narrative and set you up how she wants to set you up.
Oh.
Yes, I think she's an ex-lawyer. Very aggressive.
Oh, she's an
Very
ex-lawyer.
aggressive, yeah. Because I think so, yeah. Because she did interview that guy who do you remember the child seat them? When they want to put in the ladder? Nigel Clark, yeah, she will interview them and think. Yeah, she's very aggressive, so, you know. But me not nothing against her still. Very nice lady. She look, you know. But I don't know. I guess she do what them tell her or what, I don't know.
Oh, so what you feel about what you feel about the question? Some of the questions she asks.
It's harsh, yeah, man. That's a harsh question. And like I said, she tried changing narrative in her to make it look like what the lady did wrong, but she not do nothing wrong. Cause at one point you can hear emotion in a lady voice, you know.
Yeah.
You know, she sound like she almost want to cry at one point, you know.
Yeah.
She not do nothing wrong, brother.
Me never kind of
you
like.
Be careful when people set up.
Yeah, but you know, Carla, me never know if she's a liar, but just me as treat
I
you.
think she's an ex-liar, man.
Yeah, man. Me as treat you, and from here, some of the question them and the follow up and double down. Cause remember, say this me do to you know. So me kind of.
Yeah.
Journalism. I know, so she's doubling now.
Yeah, man, because she harsh like she would be like an Anthony Miller, you know, very harsh. And I come when she do an interview, brother, you have to, you know, careful.
Okay.
Yeah, so I miss your call and make the point there.
Okay.
Say Reggae Boyz, if we take a book out of the Reggae Girlz and thing, man, more overseas player become in, you know, overseas based player become in. You know what I mean? Because I realize the Reggae Girl let me hear American accent here, Jamaican accent here, English accent. So, you know, them come together and look how far them reach. So hopefully the boys them can deal with the thing better.
Alright, sir. Big up yourself. No,
but me there taking a show now, I take the whole time. Yeah, man.
Big up yourself,
cool.
driver. No respect, man. Yeah, man. People, smash the like button, man. Special shout out to all the truck driver them. Yeah, man. Rico Dan, good evening. Welcome to the show. Rico, remember, you know, it's not an ordinary show where you believe that you're going to call one time and get you know. It's going to be difficult sometime and you have to be patient.
No, man. I know, man, brother. I know, man.
But talk to me.
No, man. Oh, yeah. What may I say? Yeah. I felt bad for the lady. I felt really bad because it could assist her intentions were pure.
Yeah.
And I understand like you see the Jackson Miller, she not normal, brother. Cause when she woke up like some of the politicians, them brother, she not ramp with them. However, she was very easy and oral. Very, very, very easy. It's like she and oral friend. You get me I say? So that's one thing. The second thing is also I understand she want to get to the truth, but she could have she could have known the lady tell the truth by the simple fact that right when I click on both of the GoFundMe them or she set up, the caption clearly states what the money is going to be used for. So she never have to be hard with the lady, Ryan. Because if Ryan,
all right, you see, here's my problem now about the hard thing. You see, if I saw she do a interview them, fine. If I that a fair style, we should do it interview with everybody. I would want it.
Ryan,
I would want it for she
hear me answer. Didn't she speak to Chung? I don't remember if she talked to Chung. I don't remember who was interviewing Chung.
I don't remember. Yeah.
May I look it up, but if she speak to Chung, she wasn't that hard with Dennis Chung, Ryan. To be honest. And the caller that called before me, not this one, the one that called before him, he made a brilliant point, Ryan. Dennis Chung is very aware of legal parameters. So it's when he express himself, Ryan, he makes sure him keep himself within a certain legal framework, so nobody can hold him accountable legally. So you see when him ready for lie, him say him don't know or him don't remember. Which is smart. So if for instance then we say, but you never talk to the girl, madam, she say, me not remember. Because I remember who was it that asked the question to him? I was the Dan Jackson Miller talked to him. I don't remember the guy was asking, but basically the guy was saying to him, is it true that people in the JFF told the Reggae Girlz that they were not going to make it to the next round? And he said, I don't remember that.
Eddie Vision.
Yeah, whatever. And him saying I remember that. So him you see people where you see them people around them know how to set them thing within certain legal parameters. So at the end of the day, it's unfortunate to come to what it came to. But like I said, when it go on the GoFundMe, it was very clear. It stated both of them told you exactly what the money was going to be used for. So I don't know why the lady get caught up in it. You're right. If the media report X and Y and she never say it right, it's like me I come to you, you said to me, say, yo, brother, you know, say me I go half a tree tomorrow. And then me tell lie upon you, and I say, yo, you know, so Ryan say, him I go downtown. You get me I say? You know, say I got half a tree, you know. Why the pressure come down upon you when you never say nothing like that? You get me I say? And me tell the lie, you know. Say me tell the lie, and me the pressure for come down upon. So it's unfortunate. I'm kind of disappointed. Say it continues to rumble, and especially in light of all of what the girl them achieve, Ryan. I'm gonna continue to say this. I mean, coin the phrase 3 card man theme, you know. But you see this thing. I think it took away from them final game, and I think that is part of the reason why they never got you. And the fact that it continues, and the fact that it overshadow all of what they did.
Man, more to come, Ricardo. I'm telling you, I already said this is just a start of it, brother.
What them the more thing?
More thing is coming, brother. This is just a start of it, brother. So when I believe, say, everybody wait till they wake up to the World Cup done, brother. This is just a start of it, brother. We have to just prepare feet, bro.
And I'm more know, you see the first person that went with the Reggae Girlz, I want to know why that person went. Because I feel like I am a leak some of the things them, you know. I feel like I am a leak, and Ryan, the thing is a mess, Ryan. The thing is a friggin' mess, brother. The thing is a mess, brother. The thing is a mess. And
but the funny thing, me don't see through the wall already when the first time a month ago when this GoFundMe, the interview went same know nothing about it. But exactly the same woman say, but we have an email where you say you give you have the full support of the JFF.
But Ryan, he spoke in an interview and said that he wanted them to do it. It is on record. He said it, Ryan. him basically, I guess he was basically saying like he wanted the money to come to the JFF, something to that effect.
Yeah.
But there was all the man are coming and tell lie now.
No, but
and I act like say him never hear about it and him never know this and him never know that.
He must say him never know when it launch.
It's not important, right? If somebody said them are gonna do something and it matter when it launch.
What caused the problem, brother? When we show me report already where they want to have the money, they want to have the money. You know, sir, Jeff, it makes GoFundMe thing go big. And Dennis Chung come. Dennis Chung already denied it, you know. A month ago, you know, brother.
I know, right?
This GoFundMe thing, you know, brother, and started Bonisha, you know, brother. It started the JFF, you know, brother. Where, yo, man, tell a story. And you know why the GoFundMe, brother, is because we don't leave the girls them their baggage and all of them stuff there. How can the girls them go for 6 weeks? I give them $550.
So what the other people them, the people them with them send, what them puppet them when them send, how much them they get for the 6 weeks?
I don't know.
It's a disgrace, Ryan, especially considering all of the money what them claims to them collect from government and elsewhere. The fact that them only could have give them $550 is a joke, Ryan. And Carl, I'm tell you, you know, last week say I think part of it also was the girls. Them never trust them to do the right thing, especially as it relates to when them are gonna leave.
Yep.
And when them are
go Amsterdam. That's when it really start. Because JFF always are messed up logistic issue.
Exactly.
So the girl them protect them back.
So why them not just make Stella run that? And you're right, the same interview where you play. Not just Stella said just low me make me do my thing now. Only can't manage it. Just low me make me do it.
Yeah, she said leave me alone, make me operate. But they will never. They will never come. Money in there now, so them money night now. But as so we go on when we have something good going, this is what we do all the time and mash it up. The JFF.
Well, Ryan, the day them start control the program and the day the program are gonna start feel, Ryan. Because I say it already. Remember when the coach, them get rid of the coach, you know. They didn't know them never want a coach here. And no for the things that them never want, we still put in place, it work out and help the team to be successful. So it kind of bother me, Ryan, if for them ideas are so wrong, including your friend, and him supposed to be the expert, but you have somebody that is not an expert and have the same experience in a football, and they might make better decisions than the expert. We not trouble, Ryan. We not trouble, brother. We not big trouble. So, brother, I hope them can work it out. I hope them really low still and make sure do what she do and work out what she work out, because my success is dependent on it. And I can't even imagine how Havana feel. I think everybody talk, but I don't think nobody talk about how Havana feel. I can't even imagine how she feel as a person. So, boy, brother,
big up yourself,
I just wish
man. Go and go sleep, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I got cup, brother.
Live up.
Zine.
Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, Ryan. Mikey Barnes, Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Talk to me, man. Mikey, good evening. Welcome to the show. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yes, Ryan.
Talk to me, General.
Yeah, man, I have to congratulate the Reggae Girlz then, man.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, man, they do well. But one thing, I'm not really criticize still. But this is my opinion. The ball where Jody Brown get right at the near post. Why she never bought the ball? She just wait until the ball come on her head, you know. She never bought the ball. That's a straight goal, you know.
She shut her eye.
Yeah, but I wonder if she can, but if she really can, but
Yeah. That was a chance that she missed, man.
A two chance in it. Chance. You know, when my girl had just come on and cross a ball. Kevin. See a chance to slide in at the goal too.
Yeah, man. She need to play more, man.
Hey, but it's well done. We can't really care about skill. So, but I just took chances this time still.
All right. Big up yourself, Carl. Enough respect.
Yeah, man. Take care of yourself, brother.
Yeah. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yes, Ryan. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Welcome to the show. Live on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, may I listen to you with some of the talkers them panel and everybody draw a conclusion about the body shot thing and the GoFundMe thing.
Mm-hmm.
But on the just come give my 2 piece, and my 2 piece come from right inside of the office.
What you mean by right inside of the office? What you mean by
right inside of the JFF office?
Wow. So you're giving me some exclusive tonight?
Yes, I'm just get tired of it, you know.
All right, talk to me.
And this is what happened with the GoFund. The GoFund is a good thing. You know what happened now? You see the GoFund?
Yeah.
And the girls them vex money.
Mm-hmm.
You know when a man carry out a girl and he want do so and the girl says she ain't none of that and the man get vexed and leave them here so and gone. Yeah. And the girl need them money to take care of them business. Mm-hmm. And that's what the money is for. Let me explain the money start out. One of the girls, their mother, said the mom will start a GoFundMe because them get tired of getting stranded.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. So the lady decides, you know, she'll start a GoFundMe. She go to Dennis Chung about it. And Dennis Chung kind of threw up in face and never want to get involved in the GoFundMe thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the lady was persistent because she said she wanted to GoFundMe the girls them when them go abroad, them have money to spend. And them get tired of it. I wait for JFF handouts. So the lady went behind Dennis Chung back and talked to my crickets. And my crickets okay it without even telling Dennis Chung.
Wow.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay it without telling Dennis Chung. Yes. So Dennis Chung I work for my crickets, so I'm for being boss. So when you hear Dennis Chung come out and like the gentleman say, he might ignore certain things and everything there. He know what he do. Because he cannot throw him boss under the bus. Cannot throw him boss under the bus. Oh. And these are the things that happen. Alright. You see when she come out and she talk to the English baller there and she happy and you know a joy and thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bunny shot. That's a bunny shot.
Ian Wright. Yeah. That's a bunny shot. Yeah, and she talked to Ian Wright and she happy about it and everything. But everybody, it's like them go on, them know them journey where the girls them go through. The girls them go through a journey, a rough journey.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because sometimes you have to treat a woman more delicate than how you treat a man, you know. Mm-hmm. And I guess some of the men don't understand that. Them just boogie yaga. You can't, when you have a lady, you have to treat a lady like a lady.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I say? So maybe the lady them can't take the abuse them with the man them get, because the man them need to talk up too.
True.
I'm a real body shot for that. They need to talk up because the man them get the beating and the world them keep their mouth shut.
True.
So alright. Anyway, when she said the journey where them depend, and we call it GoFundMe money, most people are turning it into a thing where she say, and the GoFundMe money carry them go there. No, we know that the GoFundMe money is not for carry them go pay for work up from way to come to now. Because you know so them have to play games and travel. Mm-hmm. So it's most from farm of FIFA money. Mm-hmm. Carry them. The GoFundMe money are the woman them vex money. Mm-hmm. So let me explain how the GoFundMe thing come in now. When they did Amsterdam, you know, I'm supposed to leave from Amsterdam to go which for the final destination, you know, Australia, you know. Mm-hmm. The JFF come up short. $40,000 on the ticket, you know. Now, You hear upon all angles, but them say, my cricket say 3 million
US, yeah.
And Dennis Chung for 2 million. So we wonder, which one is it? Now, that man, to say, JFF now have no money. All them get $2 or $3 million. Plus, Babsy come out now and say, she give them money. Adidas deal, give them money. Because remember, no, the Adidas people put on the thing in Amsterdam, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right. No, you leave from Amsterdam for go, I think the girl them say, we want to fly business class. I want everybody to fly in a business class. Them say them do have the money fee. Them shot 30,000. But here what happen now? This is how the GoFundMe come in now. Them ask Sidella, I know Sidella all faithful. Because she'll do anything to make the girls them
happy.
I fear thing that, right?
Mm.
So what she do now? She said, no, there's a GoFundMe out there, so make we see if we can get the money there and use it for this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They go to Sidella feet about it, you know. And Sidella go to the girls them now. And the girls them say, no, Sidella, we not give her money. But JFF find the airfare money to carry go there because them get the money to do it. No. And then come out and say them have how much millions them spending, you know.
Yeah.
Now, if you have so much millions and the government to give money, you know most of the last leg of money, because yeah. The last leg of money is supposed to carry them go to Austria, and then now FIFA take over from there, so.
Mm.
Because they get money for it. So, as best the GoFundMe thing come in, so to me now, when you and I talk, I should mention GoFundMe, because Sidella asked them for money, GoFundMe money, to go to Australia. And the girls them turn it down and say, our money this,
Vex
and the
money.
JFF is responsible, then Vex money, and JFF is responsible to carry go to Australia. So somehow, the money was fined and paid. Most likely, you know who paid, Sidella. Because them go to England the other day, and play Leicester City, and when them come back,
no, they play at Leicester City
bill.
Stadium. Them play at Leicester, them play, I think at Sheffield, them play at one of them clubs.
All right. But listen, when them come back, JFF for Leicester City, £50,000. Who paid? Sidella paid. Not the JFF. That's why all of them things are stem up, you know. I mean, I sit down and watch it, you know. You see all not riding on the bus business. When the girls them say they don't want Elaine walk around on the bus. There was a reason why them say that, you know. Because a Zoom meeting now go on and Elaine left her microphone open by accident. And she talk and start some things with the girl them here. And the girl them like it, so the girl them say them done with her. So the girl them tell London also say, if she come on the bus, we're gonna walk off of the bus and through the camera them outside the bus to watch the girls them go in. Land walk inside, talk to her about it, and she blew up. And she come outside now and blow up and start.
Blow it up.
Elaine walk around and blow up.
Oh. So she went to the media.
She blew it up. She started cuss and go on. But she never tell the media what she do. And I know she don't tell nobody what she do until when Mike Crickets them and them and Dennis Chung do an interview with the girls, them ask the girls them what happened, and the girls them tell her. So that she look on the Zoom. She talk about Sidella.
Oh.
And that's where everybody, and that's where the girls them get mad about them. They want her up on the bus. And then she want to Lana under the bus. So Lana this and Lana, but Lana do nothing.
Lana was just a messenger.
want to shoot the messenger. And then when they have the party now, and them supposed to get up and everything, Babsy did there, everybody did there. And Lana sit down on the other side. And when the president tell her, say, come go over there and shake hands and forget about everything. She never want to go over there because she know what she do. She needs the program.
Oh.
I mean, I will say what she said now. But never say what she said, because what she said never nice. But that with the girl them have her up for.
Oh.
But anyway, retracking back now. So the girl them get them Vex money, and them say now spend them Vex money on a trip, on a plane ticket, because JFF job. But JFF man them incriminate themselves, because if you listen upon all angles, when them talk about what them do for the girl, what them do some of that. And if someone ever stay now and say, JFF now no money, you them just incriminate himself and say how much money we have. Babsy give, the minister give me this, Adidas give me that, and we have X amount of money. When you add it up, probably about $4 or $5 million when it add up. Now, where's the money? If you want to say, if me come to you, Ryan, and me give you money to pay for the cab fare, I want time to come for the cab fare. Money spent off. I'm gonna say, Ryan, oh, the money go. But me give you this, I'm give you that, I'm give you that. You know something, but I'm gonna say to me, but Mikey, oh, you still never have no money and so much money you give. So them need to clarify that. Then put them foot to their mouth when them come and tell people them say how much money them spend on them. And they talk about you turn around and you're broke. But if you're broke and you have so much millions, that means bad management. Pan the GFF part. Bad management. You're supposed to manage your thing. Because one of the biggest problem in there, left hand don't know the right hand I do. And that's the biggest problem in there. All right, now wind that now. No, Ryan, you're the president of JFF.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We know for the law, them just pass a law down there say, the whoop man them traveling business can't work no more.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you send about 2 or 3 people down there. No. You as the president, you know. When you think say you jump on a plane and make sure say you know about 4 or 5 days say the team qualified for the round of 16. You're not supposed to fly go to cheer your girls them on because you show love to the girls them and you show so you're interested in the girls them and you want and you boots up the girls them. Even if you come there you tell a story. You make a face and say nothing there. But I see I man get a phone call to whoa. Just respect the man there. Man there came and spark a pose up and take picture to blow. Man there came and spark a pose up. This Monday gone. I take picture. I came and spark when the girls them I'm supposed to be at the camp which for the girls them there. And I clap on the sideline and say, yes girls, let's go, let's do it. And I just don't want to vote for president, boss. I joke the man of a joke at Jamaica. Joke the man of a joke at Jamaica.
God, Richard. But if the man me that play, me that did it. So what? Is it a standoff?
I don't know that you know.
Is it a standoff with the girls them?
I don't know if it's a standoff, you know, but a man pitch that say he no want the real want to run the girl because I pay a bad card a draw. I know why in the bad card is, but me not care no bad card a draw. If me the president, me go there. Whether them like it or not. Whether them like it or not, me go there because me as JFF president, if I beg and borrow the money, I beg and borrow the money. I'm not there for my girl, for my country. So when the man talk about a foolishness, the man be a came and spark a take picture. I can't believe when I man hear that man can't believe
Okay.
And then man I talk about him how vote this man back in. Yo, the man leave him at the racetrack. Make him go gamble at the racetrack. He's not supposed to be no president. And your team reach quarterfinals and you not there. Oh, your team reach quarterfinals and you not there, boss. Boss, me not for dead there. Me have to borrow the money and hustle it another way. But me as a president, I am a representative of the girl. Can you hear the man was a boss? When the girls them do good, or the man do good, yes, I'm the president. Yes, I'm this, yes, I'm that. Me them do bad no. The man just cuss them out. Remember the last time when them go 98 World Cup, you know. The brother who was the thing there, you know. Khadija said the brother can't come back amongst her, you know. Because the man disrespect them in the boss. I don't remember who it was, you know. But one of them go down there and the man disrespect the girl them. Bossy, we need a new take over, boss.
Yeah, would you give Cinella for run the females team, the whole females program?
No, what I'll do, because first of all, you know, you see, when I put the pressure upon Dennis Strong, all the pressure is supposed to go upon Dennis Strong in the box. If you run an organization, you know, you're supposed to have a gentleman who's in charge of operations. Operations. I mean, say, he's in charge of operations and then get 2 people under him, 1 for the girls, 1 for the boys. Right? And tell Dennis Strong what he wants. So if he want this and he want that and he want that, the Dennis Strong want him, he just tell Dennis Strong, say, listen, Dennis, go to the president and tell him, if you want our girls or our boys to reach at a certain level, this is what we want. Because Jamaica is not a third world country no more. Jamaica is a third world country. Because when we go to Jamaica, I see some car down there. When we there, we see a foreign. Really? And some house we see in Jamaica. I mean, some house we see in Jamaica. Me not see them a foreign. We can't afford them the house there a foreign. Jamaica is not a third world country. It's just that the percentage of excellent wealth people is about 2%. Then you have another set of people who's about another 10%. Majority of the people are poor, so you have them there at 55%. And then you barely have a little middle class. That's how Jamaica run. Because sometimes we say to ourselves, boy, we don't know how they make it. But I see, when I go down there, I see some car, I see the girls who are dressed nice, I see everybody look lovely. And then, but I say, the man don't love the country, and they don't love football, boss. They don't love football. They don't love football. And they know, they want to beat Kadisha. Remember now, even with Kadisha thing, you know, what Kadisha say, you know, and the American media run with it, you know, and the CNN run with it, I mean, BBC Sports run with it, you know. And that's you mean, you know. It's not that you mean, because last week I was on you call it a Zoom meeting. And Babsy was there on the Zoom meeting. And the question was asked to Babsy. You know, Babsy said, I spoke to Kadisha. And a lot of people misinterpret Kadisha. And that's not what she meant. She never meant that the GoFundMe and what carried I'm going to go. Right. And she said, just what she said. And she said to me, when after the World Cup come, I'm going to get all of the entities together and we're going to trash this out. Because this has to be fixed. I mean, some man talk about government can't get involved in a JFF. I lie that. I lie. Government can't get involved. As long as there's an entity giving JFF money, then can audit JFF. Anytime you see a big company like JFF, I don't want to know how the money spent. Because you're going to tell them, XYZ, this is what the money is supposed to spend for. And if it's not spent for XYZ, you can audit their books and say, well, you give them back the money then, that's not what it's spent for. But nobody wants to do that. I'm sure I'm going to give you another reason why the government can step in and step in and not come out of it. You remember the Vin Blair story? When Vin Blair had us to walk away, you know why he have to walk away? You know who was in that meeting?
Miss Babsy Gray?
Babsy was in the meeting. Babsy was in the meeting, and she's government. She'll represent Bonisha, Sidella, and 2 other girls. You know who was from JFF was in the meeting? Michael Ricketts. Michael Ricketts in the meeting. No. Them say JFF not supposed to get involved. I mean, government not supposed to get involved. Don't know that happen. It come on TVJ where them say, oh, this happen and it's not get reported to people. Everything quiet. Come on, man. Come on, man. We can do better than this, man. Me tell you not beat the girl. The young lady, I mean, sorry. Tell you beating the young lady. The young lady was happy and she said what she said, but it's not the GoFund. We know that the GoFund never carried that. And brother says she a liar, No. The story that she told is not exactly a lie. Because there's some truth to it. Because them asked for the GoFund money for the last leg of the trip from Amsterdam to Australia. Them asked Cinderella for the money, and Cinderella asked the girls them for the GoFundMe money, and the girl them said, nah, give them them money, and them vex money this. Because when them travel out of town and them out here a while, they want to buy things. They want to buy things for mama, papa, grandma, son, cousin. They want to buy things for themselves that they can't get at home or abroad. So what's wrong with that? But like I said, left hand don't know the right hand. And when you crucify the girl, and there's some truth to the thing, because the girl, the American media take it and run with one way. So you know, the question me ask them, if it was such a lie, and a devastating lie, why don't either the government or JFF write to ESPN or write to BBC Sport and tell them, say, what Bobby Shaw says or what you're running with, it's a lie. None of them can do it.
Remove that. Remove the video. Take it off. Make apology.
Yeah, exactly. Just like if you do something wrong, they come to you and say, boy, Ryan, you say this and that, and that's a lie. You remove the video off of the platform. And when you check it out, you say, okay, you know them right, then you remove it. No, not one of them call CNN or NB or whatever one near BBC Sport and tell the people them say, must remove that because it's not true. As far as you're not spread on Jamaica, and everybody talk about, boy, they were talking about Jamaica this and Jamaica that and Jamaica this. And the girl will say, not about that. The girl will say, not about that. So no, look at the girl, man. When you move on and talk about something, because enough things are going to go on. Enough things are going to go on. And then the next thing we're going to go on, you see that conflict of interest? That's the next thing. So whosoever own team and all over the place, affiliated with the JFF, have to walk away from one of them. Have to stay. Okay? That's the next thing I come up. Trust me, you know, so I mean, I put on my mouth.
Alright, sir.
That other day, tell me, so I must take my goat mouth off for the girl. I'm going to take them off for the girl. I see them go to the next round.
And that may I tell you, man.
But I say, me just tired of it. How them deal with the girls, them here. Tired of it, man. Leave the girls them alone. You have a man come pan It's FM show. And I talk a bag of foolishness about say, who know watch woman play. Because the woman them look like man. I don't understand the person, the boss. I don't understand the person there. So wait now. When I watch a man game, he know who the on the other side. He don't know. But he might watch a man them do it. Why can't watch a girl them? You busy both with them. You busy about them personal life. You busy about them personal life. Ball, I come for what? Watch up the right ball. I'm a team I win. The team doesn't tell you, boy, the girl don't look right. Oh, she look. No, I don't know my business that. I fear her business that. Make sure she got to deal with that. Why she drop some leather up on the field. The man, and next to the way some of the man talk, especially down at Jamaica, come here, some of the man they not respect for the woman them here. Or the woman them not beg too much, them get too much. What is too much? Them do better right now, them do better than the man them. Them do better than the man them, and the man who's supposed to be with star ball up on the man team, all them can't show up yet. Till a man from England have come play some ball. Boss it. Boy, I tell you, boy. I tell you.
Big up yourself, my general.
Anyway.
Enough respect, man. Thanks for calling, man. Yeah, man. People.
Yeah, man. Later.
Yeah, man, people. I don't live for Nina people because they not like up the stream, you know. People, stop what you're doing now, man, and hit the like button, people. Like up the stream now, man. People, I'm not going to bed late tonight, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me need to find it. Definitely, man. Me need to find the video when definitely when speech to the girls them don't need much. Definitely need to find that video. But hopefully we will find it. Ians, you have some digging for do, you know. But upon a show, I'm saying, man. Upon a show, I think so, you know. I don't remember, but let's see. Anyway, people, I take one more call, people. People, like up the stream, man, people. Come on, man, people. Stop what you're doing right now and like up the stream, people. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man, Ryan. Alex again, man. How you deal?
Big up yourself, Alex, man. No respect.
Yeah, man, real, man. Let's do the call of them, man, and trust me. Believe everything what I say, isn't it?
You say believe everything?
Yo, this not look, everything what the man has to believe, man. You know what I mean? I say, everything what I say, 100% believe it, man. Because, yo, this not look good in our stuff. You understand me? I say,
Yeah.
you cannot treat the woman them like them as some second class citizens. You understand me? And I'll interview the what they and Jackson with the lady. I know, I'm going to see sense of that, you know. Because here we go. You see, we done the treat already. You see, if the JFF them that treat the ladies them good, no one will just go up there and say them all create GoFundMe. You get that?
Yeah.
So there's a reason why the woman have to go out there and say them all create GoFundMe, because they may not get what they're supposed to get. Because all you go feel about national team and youth and national team I get stuck at airport because they can't pay the back.
Them think that the girl them that run from the embarrassment.
Yeah, that embarrassment in the brother, yo, me even travel than back overweight and me have to come out of line, go check out things. That embarrassing to me, plus you can't even pay for the back and you see I represent the country. Foolish that, man. That's what I say, yo. The JFF need to go, man. They need to go, man. Yo, they need to go, man. Like me, I tell us, say, yo, bleach and Dettol and soap. You know what I mean?
Baku, we have used to think and get rid of them, man, the Alex.
Yeah, well, I mean, know. How, you know, they have to be aware how we have to get rid of them, because come
FIFA
like,
come, man.
like
No
in
respect, man.
Jamaica.
FIFA did them hurt, man.
No. Why, you know, from 1998, man, you just come like at the same thing over, yo. No, brother.
Anyway.
No, brother. This not look good.
Yeah. Prince,
you know what I mean?
welcome to the show, Prince.
Big up, Ryan.
Yeah, man, where are you?
I'm going to take in the show, you know? I'm going to take in the show on my TV and thing. See?
Yeah.
And, you know, when me I look at everything, Ryan, like, it is sad how everything went down with the Reggae Girlz. You get me? I say? But at the same time, it's like I love everything that went down. I'm going to tell you the reason why. So, all along, we realize JFF are going with a whole heap of things. Right, Ryan? We see JFF make a million mistakes. Now, we see Bonisha come out and Bonisha make a statement, and all of a sudden, there was all type of energy. So, you see, while everything take place, we just simply take notes. You get me, I say? We are take notes from the media, we are take notes from officials. You get me? I say we are take notes from everybody. We know JFF, and we know say mistake, it not go done right as so. This mean because no matter what JFF do, them can't help themselves. And me feel like say when it comes on to the money, that'll go be another battle again. You see me? When it comes on to the girl, them forget them money. And me just want to say, you see, same like how the energy can run out for a local statement such as this. More when real issues affect the team, everybody can run out with the same type of energy. So you see all the journalists, all the media houses, you get me? I say all the ministers, more everybody can run out with the same energy and condemn the wrong. So we just there, and we just take notes. You get me? I say, Ryan, today, when I work, and me I listen to a video. You get me? I say, Ryan, and it was from one of our former Prime Minister. You see me? Honorable Michael Manley. And, you know, it was his leaving speech of Parliament, and he said some vital thing, Ryan. And I feel like said today, I want to share the video with everybody. You get me, I say? I want to share the video with everybody because him really and truly talk about service. You see me? So I'll play the video.
Very rare and extraordinary privilege to have been allowed to serve in this chamber, and I must say to have made many, many friends on both sides of the aisle. As I go, I ask two things. One, I think you would do well always to listen to and be receptive to criticism. Because we have to learn, we have to improve, we are not perfect. And many criticisms are well-founded. But at the same time, I would urge you, if you hold on to the simple guiding truth that you have one mission in the end, and that is service. No other mission. He who wants power for itself does not deserve it. And funny enough, he who dedicates his life to service through power will probably depart with some honor.
Ryan, you hear the words, Ryan.
That's how when him leave.
Yeah, but me I say hear the words, me hear the empowerment of the words, You hear what him say?
Yes, sir.
I'll do one more run through, and I'll go through the critical part, them, what him say. You get me, I say, Ryan?
A very rare and extraordinary privilege to have been allowed to serve in this chamber, and I must say to have made many, many friends on both sides of the aisle. As I go, I ask two things. One, I think you would do well always to listen to and be receptive to criticism. Because we have to learn, we have to improve, we are not perfect. And many...
Ryan, say, hear what him say about criticism. You see me? None of we know perfect. You see me? And all of we have to listen because we have to learn.
Criticisms are well-founded. But at the same time, I would urge you, if you hold on to the simple guiding truth that you have one mission in the end, and that is service.
I hear the part there. You get me, I say, Ryan?
One
Service.
mission to serve.
Service. So we want JFF to understand. Say, we the people don't serve them. The players don't serve them. You get me? I say they are there to serve us. And them have to understand the true meaning of service in Ryan. Because when them they're in a position like this, Ryan, it's all about serving the country. It's not about serving Ryan. It's not about serving Prince. You get me? I say? It's not about serving any single individual. It's about serving the country. You see me? Service above any other else thing. Service above your personal feelings. Serving against your personal belief. Service. You see me? Yeah, serve the country.
No other mission. He who wants power for itself does not deserve it.
And you hear that again, Ryan. He who wants power for himself doesn't deserve it. You get what I say, Ryan? So when we look on this administration, all of we know say they have not been good. You get me, I say, Ryan? It's just blunder after blunder after blunder. They have not been good, and that is the honest truth. They themselves know, say they have not been good. So at the end of the day, Ryan, why they want to stay into power? Isn't they want to stay in the power for themselves? Because if them say them really and truly has served the nation, Ryan. And the only thing them a give the nation is heartache. Why is it so hard to step away? Everybody a ball. So at the end of the day, who you serve? Why you so hungry to power? You hear what I'm saying? People with hunger for power should step away, Ryan.
Step away, my crickets.
The moment you hunger for power, step away, because right now you don't serve any purpose. The only thing you keep on to do a heartache after heartache. Give somebody else a chance. You see me? If you say you really and truly love the people, you really love the football, you don't feel like say there is a need to step away and to give somebody else that is more competent. You Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta have things in a life, you know, Ryan, and you gotta love things in a life, you know. And you see, because you love it, you have to go give it way. You see me? Because you know, say, really and truly in yourself, you can't care for it. So what? Because you love it, you go hold on to it and make it mash up, or you go give it to somebody else where you know have better use for it, or you go take care of it. Because you can't say you love something, you know, but you're willing to hold on to it until it mash up. That is not love.
That is destroy.
You see me?
And fun enough, he who dedicates his life to service through power will probably depart with some honor.
Prince gone, people. Prince gone. You know what go on, people? Prince gone, leave with. That is just what the message Prince sending to you guys. But people, Prince gone. So people may run down my bed, come there. I tell you, say, frost out people. Need to get some rest, people, and thing. But tomorrow, people, don't forget it. Damian Crawford live talking about some issue, sports in Jamaica. Why the government think it hard for sponsor and support sports. He's going to go in depth as a government person and give us a different perspective. What would I love to know and things. So people, Prince coming back, but Prince, I'm going to bed now, Prince. So.
Man, may I press off the video and exit the stream? What I say?
Look, a while ago, I took off a while ago because I'm frostbitten. I want to sleep. I'm tired, bro. But run it, man. Talk to me. Ryan, you must see your face when you are talking. Yeah, go ahead, Prince.
Yeah, man, Ryan. So, like my day at work. You get me, I say, Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
And when my day at work.
Hey, Prince, you have to go run the lap here, you know. Go and talk to the people, then, brother. You have to go run the lap here, brother.
Which lap?
Go and run the lap, man. Big up yourself, Prince.
Man, me a talk, man. What kind of run the lap, man? Where you go, brother?
Go and talk to the people, then, man. When you're ready, you leave the stream, brother. It end by itself, bro. Go on, talk to them, brother. No, man, so when you're ready, you just tell the people them say I leave.
No, man, I'm not stay on long, man. You see me? Because I just stay up, me there work, and me I think about it. You get what me I say?
Talk to them, brother. I'm a friend of Prince. Me can't help you that one. Go ahead.
Me there work, man, and me there work, and me I think long and hard about everything. And me I say, you know, when people they in a public office, you know, really and truly have to serve the nation, you know. You get me I say? And some time ago, like, me never born come see Michael Marley. I don't know anything about Michael Marley. I'll tell you the truth. The only thing I got school and I study history, so I kind of know some history, but like, I don't know nothing about them, so I can't relate. But you know, I was looking at a WhatsApp I was looking at a WhatsApp status one day, and I saw somebody posted this video, and while I was listening, I was really moved by the video. And as a person that has done service for my country as well. Right? I feel every single word that he had said. And I was thinking long and hard, and I was thinking about service and when these persons are in public office, them behave in a way as if they own it, right? Or if we the people are work for them, when really and truly they are working for us. And right away, when I was thinking about that, this video jump up in my mind, and I decided to go come on live and I will share the video. The video really and truly is about the service we talk about. And I broadcast this video hoping that persons that are watching the live might find some inspiration about it and some positivity, right? Because trust me, as a nation, we have the talent. We have the talent. And that's one of the main factors. A lot of countries have money. A lot of countries have infrastructure. But what they don't have is talent. Money can't buy talent. And we, Jamaica, is a very gifted island. When you look at how small our population is, but we can turn out to have some of the best set of athletes in the world, is just mind-blowing. You get me, I say? And with the little that we have, we can't afford to waste it and squander it, right? So when we see situations like this, we have to hold these men accountable, because we see the issue in the island and we see where we don't have any proper infrastructure for sports. So it can't be that the little money that we earn, the little money that we raise, we are handing it over to these persons and they have the money squandered like they don't care. All of us care. You get me? I say all of us want to see our country get better. And for that, we must hold these people accountable. We talk about service, and a lot of people don't understand the meaning of service. You get me, I say? When we talk about national service, people should be willing to give to the island, not take. And we should all become visionaries. You get me, I say? When we are making decisions, we should not think short term, but we should think long term. We should think about things that will benefit future generations. That's how visionary we should become. A lot of presidents will come in the federation, and what they want short-term result, because they want to impress the public. They want to impress the fans. But what we don't see anybody joining the organization and thinking long-term, putting things in place that the next president or the president after will reap the benefit. Everybody wants to reap the benefit now, and because of that, there is no long-term vision. Everybody is just short-term vision. You get me, I say? So, the Reggae Girlz are going good, Hopefully the main team can pick up track. Looking out for the youth team as well, We know that when we look at the Reggae Girlz team, what a lot of persons don't understand is that, majority of the core players were coming from the under 20. It did not start at the senior team, right? This movement we have, we allow the girls them to qualify for 2 World Cup back to back. It didn't start at the senior team. It started at the under 20, right? Khadija was in the under 20. Marla Sweatman was her captain, and there was a number of other players what we know in the under 20. Chinalu Asha started from the under 20, Sidela really went and she really recruited in the diaspora. And what was so great about this team is that a lot of young a lot of young athletes in the diaspora at the time answered the call that Sidela sent out. So this never really started from the second World Cup. This never started from the first nor the second, you know. There was a 2015 World Cup that we barely missed out on. So it really started from the junior program. And going forward, all of us with that knowledge, we should appreciate the junior programs. Isn't it? The junior team, the youth teams, we should appreciate them. We should not abuse them, right? Because we already see what can be the turnout when we have a proper junior team. When you look at how many youth players are make the transition from the junior team going into the senior team for the girls, right? They can see how vital the youth teams are, right? I know that a lot of companies in the corporate and a lot of companies in corporate, they don't look at the grassroots. Everybody is there for the winning, you know. Everybody wants to stand on the podium, right? Nobody wants to be at the grassroots where there is not a lot of focus, where there is not a lot of highlight. But you know, over the years, there has been a few companies who have been vital to grassroots sports in Jamaica. And we just want to big them up, and we just want to take time out to appreciate them. You get me, I say? So, everybody, just big up on yourself in our chat, big up on yourself on the stream. I never plan for come stay long. All me have to do, I just share my message. See? So, everybody, manners and respect, big up on yourself. Cool?